Wouldn't that be something? I am here, Serranos. I am here with my friend Bunger, Bunger Enthusiast. The chat does not look like it is quite showed up because I did see Peepers chat right before the stream started. Hello, Peepers. You put in another chat and we'll see if it actually shows up this time. I'll double check my thing and make sure it was monitoring the correct stream, but everything else should be doing good, even though the chat isn't showing up yet. Yeah, we're here. We're going to be checking out the anime that is going to be coming out next season during the fall season. I currently just have Bunger here. I was talking to Leon pretty recently. He said he wanted to be there, or he wanted to be here. I'm not sure where he is. So we'll see if he shows up later. I also pinged Daxonar just before the stream started. I don't know where he is. I haven't talked to him in at least a day, at least since Friday night. So I don't actually know where Daxonar is. Yeah, I am in the chat, and it is popping up here. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we got that working. It looks like everything else is working correctly. I just hope the audio balancing is good. We are not going to have any audio on stream from these trailers. We are going to watch the trailers for these and give our ratings, give our expectations for what we think is going to be watchable, what is not. Like, One Punch Man, this is one that's a lot of people probably know about. This one's going to be coming out this season. Season 3. Most people already know if they're going to be watching it or not. I guess this is just a short preview. I'm pretty sure I saw a longer trailer for this one already, but yeah, I'm not going to have the audio on stream because I think I could get clipped for that, or as in my stream getting taken down.
Yeah, you definitely could.
So yeah, we're not going to be playing the audio, but we will be playing the trailer because I hope that doesn't get me struck. I hope that's good enough. But yeah, the animation looks a little bit better than season 2, but I'm not really having high hopes for it. I think the story kind of, what I hear from people reading the manga, the story kind of falls off a little bit. I have no clue about the stuff I'll use you for it, yeah. Yeah, One Punch Man season 1, I thought it was really good. I think most people did enjoy it. Bunger, you thought it was pretty good too?
Oh yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite anime. But season 2 was a massive fall off in production quality. It had like a bunch of issues. It did not have the same team rolling with it. I am still going to be watching season 3, but honestly, if it isn't good, I might end up dropping. If I just like start finding myself not enjoying it, I'm just going to move on. Not going to keep up with it because I don't really have a reason to keep up with stuff that I'm not enjoying. So yeah, that is what I'm going to have on my list, and I expect to keep watching. Hello, Jemmy.
I
Love season
agree.
1.
I caught up to the manga for the most part, and I find it fun the whole way through. If it's not good, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, you don't really need to go over the same thing again because why would you?
Exactly.
Yeah, you didn't like season 2 Peepers. Yeah, it had a bunch of issues. Story wise, it also had a little bit of issues there, but they're not really that big. They're not really worth bickering about. Yeah, Spy Family. This is one I've actually enjoyed more than One Punch Man, especially like after season 2 and not dropping quality, having the same studio. I will definitely be adding this one to the list, and this is one I expect to finish this season with high marks. I think I did want to open up a document, and start leaving ratings on these, but not gonna do it at this point since we already started up. I will play the trailer here. I do have the audio going to my Discord for Bunger, so we can listen to it, but yeah, not for stream. The animation does look a little bit weaker than, I guess the movie would be my last impression of it, but that's kind of to be expected. Yeah, if you're already watching this one, I think pretty much anybody is going to keep watching Spy Family. I don't think season 2 gave anybody a reason to drop it. Lots of people
I
aren't
agree.
as interested in the slice of life stuff, and that's fair enough, but I love slice of life, and it gives me basically everything I want. I just finished Cleavitas. Yeah, Cleavitas was one that there's things I liked about it, but overall it didn't have quite enough interesting to me. The introduction or the fight between Clevitas himself and whatever that weird king dude was that turned into a sword. I didn't really find that to be very engaging. I thought it felt like a cop out, like writing wise. They wanted to show off this cool character, but Clevitas is so clearly stronger. They came up with a plot reason why Clevitas would be stalled and wouldn't be able to win the fight, or just held back and restrained. It felt a
It
little
would be
bit
one
silly to
thing.
me.
I always said this, but it would be one thing if they showed like that he had that power beforehand. It would actually put stakes into the fight, but instead we just see him fight people we don't care about. Cleavitus shows up, kills him, and then he turns into a sword.
The fact
Like,
that
it
he
was kind of
literally,
just bullshit.
the fact that he literally does die and is like reformed, and now his soul is in the sword or whatever, it really does feel like a Deus Ex Machina. Uh, yeah, I wouldn't say it was like bad per se, but I just didn't really find it interesting enough to keep going on. It kind of took me out of it. It didn't really elevate itself and stand above other shonen I've tried. Held back so people didn't know he left his mountain. Yeah, for Cleavitus, I would say. Yeah. My Hero Academia, the final season. Michael, you did read the manga for My Hero.
Yes, I finished it.
Yeah, you finished it. Do you know how far in they are on the anime? Do you think they'll actually be finishing in the final season, or is this going to be Attack on Titan?
I believe this will be the final season.
Yeah, Deku and the
I don't think they're
heroes
gonna have anything else to do.
they're plunged into a final battle against villains across Japan. Deku, by fully unleashing One for All quirks, face off against Shigaraki, a young and refreshed All for One faces armored All Might. Yeah, I stopped around season 5. I knew just small bits of the manga, and just the general direction of the show. It was faster than I would want it to be, and I don't like the fact that we really kind of we just honed in on just being Deku versus Shigaraki. I didn't find this to be that compelling of a storyline of just like, oh, these two guys, the successors to All Might and All for One, now they're gonna battle it out. It doesn't feel very interesting. We already had a battle between All Might and All for One again, because there was definitely battles between them before the series started, and now we had another battle between them where All Might came on top, and now we're having their successors fight once again for like all the marbles for like the final battle.
This was always the least compelling plotline in the show. I mean, they really try and make you care about it, but like even just Toga and the stabby girl was more compelling than this one. Anything with Twice was more compelling than Shigaraki versus Deku. They just aren't very interesting characters at the end of the day.
Toga's the best from Peepers. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really particularly interested in her, but I think it's fine to have her as a side character. But more so, I like the idea of My Hero having a ton of different side characters with their own stuff going on. But I was hoping if you have a final battle in a My Hero universe, you'd have a lot of different people doing things. Even though All Might was always like the number one hero, I don't think he made it through his whole career just being the only guy out there. I'm sure he had plenty of supporting heroes. Like there's a whole division of supporting heroes. It makes sense that a lot of people would work together and like different quirks would have different strengths and weaknesses. It wouldn't be just the biggest punch guy saves the day every time, you know?
Well, that actually does happen in this, right? Because Deku is sent like I know you didn't catch up to this part,
Yeah,
but
I didn't
Deku's
catch up to
sent
this part.
very far away and he has to run back to fight. And so like everyone is just holding off Shigaraki for probably an entire season, I have to imagine.
For like the entire season. Like most of the season is people holding up Shigaraki. Okay, I guess
Like I didn't watch season 7, so I don't know, but I'm pretty sure most of it was just people preventing Shigaraki from killing everyone.
but also, yeah, it gets into kind of ridiculous power scaling with Shigaraki's powers just going obscenely obscene into the stratosphere. Yeah. Overall, yeah, I dropped My Hero a couple seasons ago, so I won't be watching it for this one. All Might is just the only one for who is the only one who All for One cares about. I would guess would be finishing the sentence. Yeah, To Your Eternity season 3. Have you watched any of who beat All for One? Okay,
I know nothing about this at all.
so yeah, you never watched To Your Eternity. Unfortunately, I never have either, so I can't really comment on it. And we're going into season 3. I don't have anything to add here. Maybe I mean I did plan on watching To Your Eternity at some point, but it came out before I really started watching all the seasonal anime, so I never quite got caught up on it. I never started it. I have watched a little bit of Uma Musume since I started playing the game, but this is not a series I've gone back to yet. Yeah, you haven't gone to it either. I think we'll be just going past this one. I don't have anything to add to it. Beepers, yeah, you got another season or To Your Eternity come out. Hope you enjoy that. But here is the first new series, the fourth most popular one that is not a sequel. My friend's little sister has it in for me. I don't think I saw the manga for this one at all, but it seems like a premise I'm familiar with. Plot: if a girl teases you, that means she likes you. Unfortunately, Akateru knows from experience that this isn't the case, because every girl he interacts with shows him nothing but scorn. He's not
Hmm.
scored a single date from it. Luckily, he's more concerned with securing a spot for him and his game development buddies at his uncle's business. But when his uncle throws him a condition that involves playing the part of his daughter's boyfriend, Akateru has no choice but to take it. What will his best friend's sister Iroha, who bullies him relentlessly, think of this news? Yeah, this is a new show. This does not have any previous seasons or anything. So yeah, basically it's a love triangle romance. That's what I assume it is. It may be. I mean, he doesn't. Or she does not seem to like him. They're the couple that's like set up. I believe they're the ones that are set up to be a couple here. White-haired girl. Animation seems pretty solid. Doesn't seem to be anything crazy, but it seems like good enough to be watchable for me. Now the main character is just a generic. Who cares? Like, who cares about this guy? That is just a bad protagonist for me. I'm not gonna give any props for that. I am
Hmm.
definitely more of the mind, even in a romance where it's like supposed to be a self-insert. I don't care about self-inserts. Bunger, how are you? Sorry, I never heard you before. Yeah, Michael Bunger. He is a friend of mine, but he's not really around Leon or any of his friends. He doesn't really watch those streams. Mostly just me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I watched Leon stream last night, but I have different profiles, and I never have a Bunger profile on YouTube.
yeah. You wouldn't recognize him by that. That's just the name he's gone by for a while. Doesn't matter too much. Yeah, his
Yeah.
name is on YouTube is just Michael. It's Michael.
Yeah.
uh,
Also, Leon, there's like a running thing where I've been on a couple streams. Leon has no idea that I have multiple profiles, and he thinks I'm all like a bunch of different people. I think it's very funny, but it's like a one-sided joke.
yeah. Yeah, not a fan of protagonists at all. I much prefer when protagonists have their own quirks to them. They have their own unique parts. Like, take Rintaro from 100 Girlfriends. He has a little bit of a generic design, but personality-wise, he really stands out as being a weirdo.
Well, even him and the guy from Girlfriend, they're just extremely earnest characters, and I like them a lot for it.
It seems like guys like this with or he could have a personality, but character design wise, he just seems like a piece of cardboard. He doesn't seem like he's going to provide anything to the narrative. He's not going to be an interesting person to follow. It's entirely focused on the female characters to carry the show. Nobody else matters. Girl reminds you of Rem a little bit. It's the haircut, yeah. The haircut very much gives off that same vibe. Just a short bob with long bangs. I wouldn't say the music or voice acting seems particularly great. Not anybody I immediately recognize. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a horny romance series. It seems like it'll be alright. I don't expect to finish this one, but I will be watching it with an open mind.
I like the orange character. She makes it worth watching for now.
You think the main girl's cute? Because she's the main
Yeah.
focus of it. Iroha.
I also liked her voice acting a lot.
Okay.
It wasn't anything special, but it was the perfect teasing voice. I like it.
Yeah, I mean it should be an okay show. It's not one I expect to finish because like I'll say, I plan on checking out every show that isn't a sequel. I plan on checking out every single show that isn't a sequel, except for like some at the very bottom of the list that I have 0% confidence I would find anything to enjoy in them. Yeah, another sequel. This one is one I have watched, and I would generally recommend it. I don't remember if I gave it a 7.5 or an 8. Looking back on it, I think I would give it like a 7 out of 10. Just a generally good show, Campfire Cooking in Another World, with my absurd skill. This guy is reincarnated into another world, and his ability is Amazon delivery service. Like this one. Yeah, Cinevere's emotional support hamster. Uh, so you're both a cat and a hamster. Very interesting. Yeah, Campfire Cooking in Another World. Yeah, he just Amazon orders stuff. That's what his ability in Another World is. He just orders stuff off Amazon. It just appears in front of him, and he just picks up cooking. I don't remember if he actually was good at cooking before he got reincarnated or not, but now he's a good cook, and he managed to tame monsters with his cooking because it's so good.
He had a passion for cooking, but he was like a slave wage job, so he couldn't actually do it all that often.
Yeah, the secondary main character, if you could call it a main character, I guess, would be the. I didn't even remember he got a dragon. Did I actually just forget the end of the
That
series when
didn't
he got a
happen.
dragon?
That didn't happen. This is new.
Okay, I wanted to make sure I wasn't missing something, but yeah, his main side buddy is Fenrir, the big wolf. That is his main his main bro. He also has a pet slime, and then I guess he tames a little pet dragon as well. Sydney said she wanted one for Helldiver, so I made this one, so no one will take it. Okay. But yeah, I might invite Cinnavir on one of these streams, because I know she likes anime, so I'd be willing to have her on and talk about some stuff that she's been watching too. Because I know her and Leon watch some stuff, and that's why Leon wanted to be here, is he wanted to look at the new shows to pick out which seasonals he was going to be watching as well. Yeah, I would say if you like cooking shows, this isn't like really deep on cooking at all, but if you like isekais, casual isekais or just laid back shows, this would be one you'd probably enjoy. This is something you can watch after getting home from work and be relaxed by. It gets you in a nice cozy mood. That is the purpose of shows like this, and that's why they keep getting made. Basically, we're talking about slice of life for people that aren't looking for cute girls, which sounds kind of gay, but that's what this is.
Hey, there's no shortage of cute girls in this show.
Yes, there is. There aren't any cute girls in this show.
Yeah, you got the goddesses that show up every once in a while.
They only show up rarely, though. Maybe they'll show up more this season. They only showed up a little bit in the first season.
Fair enough.
Yeah, like they're not part of the main cast. They're just like side characters.
Oh no, blonde rival character.
Blonde elf rival. Is he also going to be good at cooking?
He's better at cooking.
He's going to steal his dragon. Or he's also going to become a capture target. Yeah, so perfect for Leon. Yes, exactly. He doesn't have anything to gain from cute girls. So yeah. Look at that. That would be perfect for Leon. Now we got male gods too who want to eat his cooking. That's actually what it is. Those are male gods that want to eat his cooking. But I think the show's pretty alright. I might not finish it, but I expect to enjoy the episodes I do watch. Add it to the list. Oh, and this looks like another villainous show.
Hell yeah.
May I ask for one final thing? Scarlet has put up with her fiance's bullying long enough. Not only is the second prince Kyle arrogant and crude, but he suddenly called off their engagement during a ball, and if things couldn't get any worse, he then accuses her of a crime she never committed. Fueled by betrayal, Scarlet unleashes her rage. I was speaking Japanese for a second. Her rage, giving the prince and his nobles a beatdown they'll never forget. Oh, she's actually going to just beat them up. She has blood on her face.
Oh shit, I thought
this actually looks great. Male gods want Leon's carnivore diet. Prince Kyle, skip. Yeah, ever since I was a child, there was nothing I loved more than clobbering others. Loved clobbering. I am a fan of this OP. This OP is quite good.
This is great.
This OP is nice. Don't know the artist. I don't recognize them off the bat, but I like this music. Hey, that's Kyle. I'm free to kick your asses, am I not? Shiyui. Shiyui. Inferior by Shiyui. So anyone want to watch this? Yeah, this seems like an excellent twist on the villainous genre. There's a lot of different villainous shows. I'm actually a huge fan of the genre myself. And I watch even the bad ones usually. There's still a couple I'll drop because they are in the bottom like 30% of villainous shows, but even like the top 70%, I just keep watching because I'm addicted. There's no way I'm not finishing this show. I highly doubt I'm not gonna love this show. This seems very fun. Cindy made a video on it. Okay. Yeah, I do plan to watch this one. This seems really nice. A good gimmick. I would call that a good gimmick. Her just beating the shit out of people.
Yeah, it seems very fun.
The monster wants to eat me. I've come to eat you. So softly utters the mermaid Shiori as she emerges from the sea and takes high school girl Hinako by the hand. Hinako lives alone in a town by the sea. This is Yuri.
Hell
LGBTQ plus
yeah.
themes, Yuri. So yeah, this is a this is a mermaid Yuri show. Shiori seeks to protect Hinako, all so that someday she can devour every piece of her. So man-eating mermaids. Man-eating lesbian mermaids.
It starts as a carpet muncher.
Okay, so I guess she can turn into human. Because she's obviously on land here. Yeah, this pop music opening has some nice piano. I like it. I'm not really a fan of the art style. This art style isn't really that appealing to me. A little bit generic, a little bit like a light novel, you know? Or I guess I would say visual novel. Like, there's a lot of older visual novels from like the 2000s which have this like very simplified, or not like very simplified, but more simplified drawing style. It feels like it's a little bit of an older style. I wonder if this is adapted from something older, if the person just likes that slightly older style. Yeah. The manga started in 2020, so yeah, it would just be their own interest in this style. Oh, she definitely ate somebody else. I have no idea what I'm expecting from the show, but I'm gonna say mostly negative. I don't really expect to like this.
I mean, it could be very good, and I see no downsides to like watching a few episodes so far.
Yeah, we'll watch though, but not really having high hopes for that one. Now, here is another OP Isekai story. My status as an assassin obviously exceeds the heroes. Akira Oda, and his high school classmates are summoned to another world. While the other students are granted cheat abilities through the summoning, Akira merely gains the abilities of a mediocre assassin. However, his status soon surpasses hero, the strongest profession. After Akira becomes suspicious of the king behind the summoning, he's falsely framed for a crime and forced to flee. I keep like stumbling over my words. I'm expecting this one to be utter garbage. This sounds like the start of something terrible.
Could you tell it was based off a light novel?
Yeah, you can. Okay, already. This is something I've complained about as like some other shows before. Let's stop it on this one right here. You could see like the lines on her face and how I thought my mom was trying to talk to me or something. No, but yeah, you can see like the lines on her face, the weird filter they have that goes over that, right? Zoom in a little bit more. Can you see like the weird filtering like over her face?
Oh yeah,
like,
sorry,
shading?
you were talking to me. Yes, I can see
Yeah.
the lines.
Yeah, you can see that. This filter is something I see in a lot of shows. It just doesn't look right. It's like trying to give it a different. It's trying to give more texture to it. Like it's a. I don't know exactly what the point of it is, but it like gives it a weird texture over the top, and I don't like the way it looks.
The thing is, it's like no shadows actually work like that unless you're. I guess if there's like a pool right above her, it could kind of work like that.
Like water, but also it's not shimmering. It's just static.
Exactly.
Let's see if we can notice it somewhere else. Yeah, it's not on the rest of this, but this is something they. I'm almost honest. Yeah, she's in another room. I give everything 3 episode rule. Peeper says. Fair enough. I usually do not stick to a strict 3 episodes. If I know after episode 1 that I hate this, I'm not really gonna keep going with it. I've watched enough anime where I can feel confident. It's like, okay, I know what it's giving me in episode one. It's pretty bad. This one doesn't actually seem bad enough where I would drop it in episode one. I am definitely expecting it to be a bad show, though. Honestly, and compared to the last, like the lesbian show, I prefer this art style just like a slight bit. It's also not, it's not particularly unique or anything, but the just the way they draw the characters, I prefer a little bit more in the coloring. Sometimes they do get better, but it's rare. Yeah, that's what I find. I watch enough shows that I don't really feel a need to hold out hope for something that was very bad in episode one. And sometimes I'll give it like half an episode two and then drop it like midway through episode two. I have been known to do that. It's a very weird focus because we focused entirely on like this elf character. This was like, it seems like a secondary trailer because we didn't focus at all on the other reincarnations. I assume the elf characters are native to this world.
I would assume so too. We didn't even see much of the main character. He just kind of
No.
gets blasted once.
Yeah, watch an episode, maybe two episodes, but I'm expecting that to be a show I don't like. I'm expecting this to be just a generic isekai slop. I'm not expecting to like it. I mean, who knows? I keep watching them because sometimes they are good, sometimes they're good. This one, not what I'm expecting. Ranma One Half. We did watch a couple episodes of this, but I didn't really feel that interested, and we just didn't keep watching it. This is a Ranma remake, yeah.
I mean, I had fun with the first two episodes. I meant to go back and watch it. I just never did.
Yeah, I just personally wasn't quite interested enough. I don't think it's bad at all. It's probably better than I give it credit for. It's just not something I was looking for. It definitely like some people might dislike changes in the art style and whatnot, but it felt story-wise, it felt like it was being faithful to the original. It felt like it was much older production. Just the way the characters talk and the way the humor was written, it definitely felt like an older style show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a sequel, and that's not one I'll be watching. Disney Twisted Wonderland, the animation, season 1, episode of Heartslabule? Heartslabule, I guess. Yukon is whisked away to Night Raven College, an arcane academy in the world of Twisted Wonderland, stranded until he can find a way home. Yukon is allowed to stay on campus despite having no magic of his own. When his new friends land him in trouble with the head mage, his future at the school looks bleak. Now Yukon's fate hinges on bringing together a pair of argumentative first years and a fire-breathing monster cat. I mean, I guess we're kind of just jumping right, or it's like the story is just like jumping right in. I don't know anything about these people. I don't know what I don't know what the academy even is. There's probably going to be a lot of exposition explaining what it is. Peepers watched all of Ranma on YouTube back in the day. Okay. Yeah. I assume there's going to be plenty of exposition. Okay, I mean, I guess it's fully integrated to Disney, featuring Disney villains in new forms. Oh, I guess that which character roles do they take then? Because this doesn't really remind me of any Disney villain, so I don't know. Is that supposed to be Scar?
Jafar?
Jafar? I don't know. I was going home after practice as usual. Oh, did he get he got isekai'd then? Yeah. Yeah, okay, so he's getting isekai'd. He's not connected to Disney.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes Disney no thanks. Okay, so kind of like we have Savannah Claw. Okay, this is where the Disney villains come in. So yeah, the Night Raven College, you have what is Octa?
That'd be a Little Mermaid.
Yeah, that would be Ursula. Octa, whatever. Then you got Jafar. Then you have Snow White's villain, Hades. Wait a minute, that's Snow White, actually, isn't it? Because Maleficent turns.
I can't see it very. Oh,
because Sleeping Beauty. Sleeping Beauty
Yeah.
is top left, and then what was it? Snow White, yeah. Snow White's bottom
Yeah,
left,
it would be
right?
Snow White.
Snow White's bottom left.
Yes.
I don't remember those nearly well enough. And then the top one is Queen of Hearts. Okay. So I guess each of those are the schools or the factions. This is appealing to women because they have boy band K-pop.
Yeah. I mean, this is basically Harry Potter, right?
Maleficent is Sleeping Beauty. So yeah, top left would be Maleficent, I assume. Yeah, this is trying to all the characters are male. Okay, so if Cinevere hasn't already heard of this, you could recommend this to her. Yeah, you can recommend this to Cinevere, or maybe I will, because this is clearly aimed at women.
I can't imagine having a cat in a Disney thing and not having it be like the Cheshire Cat.
I don't think it is. I think it's just a magic.
It's not. That's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
weird. It's weird to not have it.
Yeah, it's just a magic cat. Appealing to the bean flickers. I'm
It's
not
called
watching.
Twisted Wonderland, and it's not the Cheshire Cat. What are we doing?
I'm not watching that. I'm not even gonna bother, dude.
I mean, we started that shitty Suicide Squad show.
Yeah, that looked better than this, though. It wasn't just appealing
No,
to
it
the
didn't.
female fantasy.
Come on.
I'll see
It
your-
didn't look better than this.
Yes, it did. I am going to continue to disagree with you, but no, I'm. Are you really gonna make me watch this?
I don't want to waste my veto here, but like, I'll save it. I'll save it.
I mean, I talked about vetoes before when we were picking out shows in previous seasons. You don't need to stick to something like that. That's a joke. If there's something you don't want to watch, we don't have to watch it, or you don't have to watch
That's
it.
true.
Yeah. But if you want to make me watch something because you say, "Oh yeah, I want to watch it personally," then I will because you want to.
I mean, I think it would be funny to try this show out.
Okay, I'll put it on the list. This is
Hell yeah.
This is against my will. This is because of Michael. This is because of the Bunger enthusiast. Okay, this one I think I've heard of before. I think I have heard of this one before. I don't know anything about it though. Sanda. The story starts with Sanda, a second-year middle school student getting attacked with a kitchen knife by his classmate Fuyumura. While Sanda couldn't make sense of the situation at first, he gradually came to believe that Fuyumura's actions were just mean acts stemming off from the latter having a peculiar puberty phase. That's actually a misunderstanding. Fuyumura actually suspects that Sanda is a descendant of a certain lineage.
That was a worthless description.
Yeah, that doesn't help me understand this at all. I don't understand this any better than before I opened the page. That actually looks like some good animation quality.
Yeah, that's a good art style.
Okay, so a lot of people are killing each other and beating each other up. Looks very violent. Okay, so I guess, yeah, he does have the spirit of, like, one of his ancestors inside of him. Oh, wait, Santa? Santa?
I was gonna make a joke about the Santa Claus.
He has this. Okay, they said it was Santa. The spirit of Santa Claus inside of him. Santa Claus. This does sound really dumb, but this is very well animated. It looks funny.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think I'll give it 3. I think I'll be giving this at least like 3 episodes to win me over. This seems quite funny. But yeah, with Disney, I don't think Cine will watch it, in my opinion. Yeah, possibly. Fair enough. If you don't want to support Disney stuff, you may. This is cringe already. Yeah, I think cringe can be fun. I think cringe can be fun though. All right, Chitose is in the Ramune bottle. Being popular isn't easy. It's hard to beat Saku Chitose, the most popular kid in this high school. Check. An ironclad reputation that can weather even vicious online attacks? Check. A group of friends that as attractive on the outside as they are on the inside? Check. But when a teacher asks for his help, bringing back a student who has been shut away in his room for months, Saku's perfect world will never be the same. What is this? Some kind of normie harem story? So yeah, the protagonist, I assume, is a loser. Or is actually a loser in disguise. He's the popular kid who actually sucks. Let's check this out. Alright, adding this to the Christmas playlist with Die Hard for Jemmy. Wait a minute, they actually made a good choice here. They're using CG models in the background, but they actually used like a field of view blur or focus. They use like focus to blur them out, so now you can't tell if they're CG so easily. It makes it look less bad, which is a smart choice. An anime about a Japanese loser? Well, write what you know. Man, this seems to be a little bit more of a slice of life, with probably jokes about like the harem, of jokes about like Japanese culture and stuff like that. This seems like something that's going to be fairly self-aware. That's what I would hope for. Like it's trying to set itself up as something extremely generic, but it actually has more going on than that character-wise, you know?
Mm-hmm.
This also could be me just fabricating my own delusion that this would be something good. Me fabricating a story I want to see, not the story they're actually telling. That could be entirely possible as well. But no, I think this one, for from based on the description seemed actually intelligently written. So I'm thinking this could be a good show. I'm thinking this could be a good show. That'd probably give me like a 7 out of 10 on the expectation scale, maybe a 7.5. I'd rate this fairly high. Okay, next one after that. Wand Dance. Wand Dance. Either way. Kabuko Kotani is starting high school, and he plans to do what he's always done. Go along with his friends, keep quiet, and not draw too much attention to himself. After all, it's hard enough to get by with a stutter like his. Why make things worse by standing out from the crowd? But then, he sees another first year, Hikari Wanda, dancing like no one is watching, or like she doesn't care who sees her. Makes Kabuko wonder, could he reach the same freedom to find his way to Wanda? He does something he never thought he could. He joins the dance club. After all, every routine begins with a single step, right? Join Kabuko and Wanda as they freestyle their way to life and love. I like the character design's fine. His isn't like anything special. It looks like just tall Japanese / Korean guy.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of some CG characters. That doesn't look like a very good shot. That it feels like it's like tipped. The camera's tipped upwards slightly. It makes their bodies look a little bit big.
You can tell they're very short though.
Oh, she's CG. No. Oh, that did not look very good. Also, this design, like this design alone, does not appeal to me. It looked a lot better when I just saw like an illustration of her.
It feels like a Bratz doll, you know?
Her eyes are enormous. Her proportions are all weird. Even like anime characters, yes, they do not have normal human proportions. But look how big her head is. Look how big her head is.
It's 90% bangs.
This seems like the manga or the webtoon would be way better than this anime. He looks like the soul leveling guy. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is like he just looks like a generic kind of guy, but I could work with that. But the girl looks really strange to me. I'm okay with the concept too. Like this guy who just hasn't really ever done anything in his life, and he's just been following the rules. He's like, what if I start doing something for myself now? What if I start doing something for myself today? I like that concept, but I don't really have much confidence in this show with how poor the characters look to me. I'll give it an episode, but I'm not expecting to keep this one up. I give it like a 4 out of 10.
It's by, dude, Studio Madhouse. I don't know how it looks that bad.
It's Studio Madhouse, but also Cyclone Graphics is the other studio, and they have nothing to their name. And they could be
that would do it.
whoever's under Cyclone could be the ones that are actually making this. You can't really trust even just a studio name because you don't even know who they're contracting. You don't know if it's in-house,
Fair
even if it has their
enough.
name on it. Yeah. What do you think, Dax? Okay, that's great, thanks. Bukyu na Senpai. Kanawa Senpai is considered many things, but Smooth is definitely not one of them. Then she meets Kamigawa, her new kohai. He's cute, a little nerdy, and easy to talk to. How will this awkward senpai be able to handle these new feelings? My awkward senpai. It's weird that this one didn't get the English translation. Did it have it on? No, it didn't have it on here. It has an English translation, but they didn't use it on here. Not a fan of the art style. Not specifically art style. The coloring. The coloring, being pretty high contrast. It looks okay for the female character, but the guy looks kind of off. She has a little bit of an odd outfit design, like specifically this one, I guess. Like it's kind of odd frills. I think this was on the cover art as well. Yeah, this is actually a workplace romance one, so they're a little bit older, rather, or at least I think they're a workplace. It doesn't.
It seems so, yeah.
But does it have an age? Yeah, 27. So she's like a couple years into her office career life. Just acting like a little weirdo, and he just walks in behind her. Honestly, not really a big fan of the art style, but the story-wise, it could be charming and sweet. Seems like an okay romance. Yeah. Decent expectations for it. Let's give it like a 5 out of 10. Let's skip to this one for a second. Tale of Wedding Rings Season 2.
No!
Was this one that Leon watched, or was it just Blaine? Because
I think it was just Blaine.
Blaine watched this. Blaine's Escape Core. He watched this one. He was trying to tell me it's harmless. I disagree. I think having low quality is an assault on me personally. This art style was utter garbage. I think it has the let's click on this. There's a trailer for this one. I don't expect the art to be better than it was before. So let's take a look at this. Oh, and this is auto dubbed. YouTube has auto dubbed on this one. Let's turn that off for a second because that's even worse. Not that the stream is
so
hearing it. Auto dub is terrible. I hate that new YouTube feature. I really, really can't stress enough how much I hate it. But you could just take a little look at the art here, and you can kind of begin to understand why I hate this. If you don't, then I need to up my stream quality in the first place. But who puts this much haze on something? It's like representing a flashback. The only thing they did to do that is just a filter. They just put a haze filter on it. Like, they tried to blow it up, light-wise. Be right back, gonna get groceries. I will see you a little bit later, Jimmy. We will still be here. It's gonna take a while. Gonna take a lot. Time. Yeah. I found the characters to be extremely unappealing. I really did not like the characters, and I do not. I think it was like a particular. Uh, it was, yeah. So basically, this girl came from another world, and then she had to return back to her old world. She was hidden away in on Earth to keep her safe from people that might try to assassinate her, and then she came back to get married in her original world. You watched it? Oh, I watched this, and it's like High School DxD. Yeah, a little bit. It really is a little bit like that, except I found it to be significantly worse. I absolutely despise this show. I give it
I
a
agree.
2 out of 10. Yeah. I will not be watching season 2. Peepers, it is out there. If you want to watch it, it exists. For me, unless you're interested in the horny bait, I would not have any reason to watch this show. I think it is extremely bad compared to basically every other anime out there. Yeah, the one that actually came before this that we skipped over was Dusk Beyond the End of the World, an actual new show. When the growing tensions around AI spark civil unrest, Akira is caught in the crossfire when he protects his girlfriend from an assassin's bullet. I wonder what was he? Did he have an AI girlfriend? I definitely didn't think it would get a second season. I wouldn't have expected that either, because it was like 2021. Let's actually check what year was the original one. So yeah, they definitely didn't have a second season planned initially, but it must have done well enough that it got approved. Actually, wait, what? It was last year? I did not
It
think.
was last year.
I thought it was like, man, like time flies, doesn't it? I really thought it was further back than that. So they already approved a season 2, so it didn't matter how season 1 did. They had already approved a season 2, or else they wouldn't have had to play this early. I really thought it was older than this.
Is this funded by Crunchyroll? Because this is like one of their flagship mangas on their website.
Maybe that could be it. But I forgot it's been that little time since Blaine fell off the face of the earth. Very, very recently.
Oh, this is a high dive show. Hell yeah.
Yeah, this one is a high dive show, but yeah, back to this one. Hundreds of years later, our protagonist wakes from cryogenic sleep in an unfamiliar world as he struggles to come to terms with his new reality. He bonds with an android called Yugure, who bears an uncanny resemblance to his girlfriend. Now he must ask himself what love means in a world where technology has changed the very fabric of society. This doesn't really sound that interesting. Also, is this full CG? No, okay. It's just the lighting.
This sounds like it's gonna be the tropiest show ever.
A little bit, yeah. Okay, so she wants to
Trophy
get.
was the wrong word.
Yeah, she opens. She opens with asking if he wants to get married.
Every AI ever.
Yeah. Why does he have like this weird femboy shirt? Honestly, I do like that he has a little bit of a different design. I think the character designs are pretty alright. They need to make a second season. I'm a spider. So what? I would recommend picking up the light novel. The people that have experienced both, because I watched just the anime. I've read also the manga adaptation, which is still pretty far behind the light novel. And pretty much everybody says you should just go with the light novel. It's just better. I'm not much of a reader, but maybe I'll listen to an audiobook version of it. Hey, there's plenty of cute girls you can get married to in the village. I have it. I love it.
You forget he's desperately. Yeah, fuck. I can't speak. You forget he's very racist.
He's very racist. I forgot. I did forget that. Okay, so yeah, you have read the light novel, then, viewers. Okay, yeah. Honestly, I did. I was disappointed in the anime adaptation myself, even from the manga, which people say isn't quite that good. And yeah, I'd say like character design seem alright. I mean, it doesn't actually seem quite as bad as I was expecting initially.
Yeah, that trailer or that description made me think it was just going to be asking the most basic questions possible about AI and all that.
Can artificial life be equivalent to human?
Like, you know, those shows, like Pluto was one of them. It had like that episode that thought it was really fucking deep, and it was just the most bare bones exploration of the topic ever.
Mm,
With the old man, like, can a robot create art? Like,
yeah.
they always ask these deep questions, but they're like the most surface level takes you could possibly have on it. But this seems very different from that.
Yeah, Peeper's talking about Simon's spider, so what? I just didn't like that they changed to the humans. I only care about the spider. I mean, that's fair enough. Yeah, that's fair enough. The humans aren't as interesting. They are meant to be really more of a side thing. It's more just like the spider is the main focus. I mean, yeah.
So Peepers, go ahead.
I was just thinking, it's like this doesn't seem so bad. I think I could enjoy this. I'd probably give it like around a 5, just meet moderate expectations.
I enjoyed season 1 of So Spider So What quite a bit. I'm wondering, in the light novel, I heard that the humans were just like their own volume. They weren't like integrated at all in the story of the spider. So like, do you think it adds something that having it integrated with the spider builds to like the reveal that they're happening at different timelines or different points of the timeline?
Yeah, because the humans, they are born at the same time, but the spider immediately turns into an adolescent like within a couple months, whereas the humans literally have the normal lifespan.
Yeah, so all the human stuff we're seeing is like 15 years in the future or after the spider's born.
That's what got you to read the light novel? Okay. Yeah, you told me you did not like Cinderella Grey, right?
I enjoyed Cinderella Grey. I backed the wrong horse.
Oh, yeah, okay. I have not gotten into it at all, but I am going to be going through all of Uma Musume. I like this first season okay, but I ended up dropping it because I was just like, it's alright. I just don't really care that much about it. Then I was like, oh, I do care about this more. Yeah, this will be
I think
yeah, this will be on my plan to watch. I'm not gonna watch it during the season, but I do plan to watch this at some
yeah.
point.
I think Oguri Cap herself is a pretty generic shonen protagonist, but like I like Tamamo quite a bit.
Tamamo Cross.
Yeah, she's like the other, not the other main character. She's like the first major rival.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna skip Gintama because I have not seen any of Gintama. This is an anime adaptation of the Gintama light novel spin-off. So no, I'm not going to be watching this. I just put him in the thumbnail because it is more Gintama. It still rears its ugly head every couple seasons. Yeah, I think I probably would enjoy Gintama, but I haven't ever started it, so I don't know. Yeah, back to the actual new shows that we may watch. My Gift, level 9,999 unlimited gacha. How are you feeling so far?
Well, can't say I'm too excited.
I gotta say, I love the delayed reaction.
I love that they have no images for any of the female characters. That bodes very well for this show.
No, wait, no. They do have one for her, but it's also from the anime.
Yeah.
And she has no description. He has.
Well,
we don't even know what gender he is.
I think that's a woman.
Yeah, that's actually a woman. Backstabbed in a backwater dungeon. I'm out for revenge. When Light is kicked out of the Concord of Tribes, his former comrades instantly turn on him. Light escapes his diabolical act of betrayal by the skin of his teeth, only to find himself in the deepest part of the abyss, the most dangerous dungeon in the realm. To avoid being eaten by carnivorous monsters, he uses the unlimited gacha, his sole magical skill. What it previously only produced junk items, this time may, a gorgeous level 9,999 fighter in a maid outfit springs forth. Fast forward 3 years, and Light has carved out his own kingdom in this backwater dungeon with more beautiful level 9,999 warriors who swear absolute fealty to him. Now a powerful level 9,999 overlord himself. Light plans to ascend to the surface and take revenge on his betrayers. This should be like the worst show I've ever seen.
It could possibly be.
This should be straight up the worst show ever made. That's why we're gonna be watching this. Okay, we gotta watch at least some of this. Maybe even the entire show. We might watch the entire show. Betrayed by his trusted friends, kicked out of the hero's party.
Not a friend, that's a dog.
That is a lesser being.
I want him to skin the wolf and wear it.
So yeah, this is insane OP protagonist, but also he's a revenge story. Ah, these characters do not look very appealing. I mean, you like this one. I know you like this one.
Not really.
Okay, if you're not even on that, then I guess we're screwed then. There's nothing good here. But no, this entire premise is so retarded.
All the designs are generic. Plot's retarded. What's there to like?
Just see how bad it can get. I'm gonna give this a 1 out of 10 on expectation meter. Yeah, we had Cinderella Grey there. I did add. Oh, also, it's made by JC Staff. You can't get junkier than this. Our next victim, inexpressive Kashiwada and expressive Ota. I don't actually know how that word is pronounced. Yeah. Meet Kashiwada-san, a female middle school student who remains emotionless regardless of how she's meddled with. And Uta-kun, unable to control his facial expressions, is the complete opposite of Kashiwada-san. But he keeps messing with her, against his better judgment? Comedy series. Okay, so yeah, the little girl and the delinquent kind of guy. Both of them are exact opposite. Will mutual love eventually develop between them? So yeah, rom-com of the season. Art definitely. I think the coloring style is definitely trying to be reminiscent of the manga style, but not really a fan of it. It is a little different though. It is a little bit different, which I will give it some credit for. A lot of comedy shows are kind of just mediocre and don't end up being that good, I would say.
I mean, art style wise, it reminds me of that one from a couple years ago with the girl that didn't talk ever.
Comey?
No, not Comey. The blue haired girl.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Damn it! I'm gonna have to look this shit up.
Yes, you are. Not really expecting it to be very good, but yeah. It's not something I'm gonna dismiss outright. I will watch an episode of it. Yeah, nice, a little rom-com if you're looking for that kind of thing. It might be enjoyable for you to watch. If you don't pick up too many shows in a season, like this is your jam, yeah, it could be for you. It could be for you. Okay, so this is an after like a reincarnated hero wins. Yeah, my dad is a hero, my mom is a spirit, I'm a the main character is a reincarnator, actually. I thought this was the hero being the hero reincarnated hero. Ellen, an 8-year-old girl and half spirit, once lived as a scientist in modern-day Japan. Now she's been reincarnated into a new family. Roville. Her father, the kingdom's legendary hero in origin. Her mother, the queen of spirits. On top of that, Ellen herself has the powers to manipulate chemical elements. But are Ellen's powers enough to protect their family's happiness? So yeah, this is probably a little bit more of a serious, like, fantasy show. There's actually going to be villains and stakes and something like that, I guess. Not just a slice of life. There is no animation going on.
He's walking. Humans are dying.
That's very, very little animation.
It is a slideshow, yes.
This is a slideshow show. I would not recommend this to anybody. This is a 1 out of 10. if I didn't plan on, honestly, I don't think there's any reason for me to even watch this. There's no animation going on here. There's no animation. This is not animated. This is single frames panning.
They're also telling a story. See, now we got frames.
Like, when a show is not moving, it is so... oh, man, dude, so apparent.
It looks so bad.
I'm gonna leave a dislike on this trailer because I hate this. I think we can just skip this. There's no reason to watch this, dude. This is utter garbage.
I agree. It was the JC stuff you were referring to.
Yeah. Yeah, if you value your time, don't watch that. Do not watch that. I specifically recommend... This is the first show I heavily recommend against watching.
I mean, it's only worse from here. We sort this by popularity.
Yeah, that was like the, what, 22nd most popular show. 22nd most. The banished court magician aims to become the strongest. This party does not need a useless magician who can only use support magic. You're fired, Alec Huget. I don't actually know how to pronounce that name. I don't know.
Hewitt? No, it couldn't be Hewitt.
It could. Hewitt? Hewitt?
I think there need to be another H.
I guess
it's
Alec Hewitt?
I'll get it.
I mean, it depends on how you pronounce the G, right? Yeah. One day, Alec, a court magician who has been chaperoning the crown prince's dungeon crawling party, was suddenly fired and banished from the court by the prince. So this is both kicked out of the hero's party and a villainous show. The only one who reached out to him is Yoruha, his former party member from their Academy of Magic days that had split up 4 years ago. Hey Alec, would you like to come explore dungeons with us again? Thus, the legendary Lasting Period party was revived. The name will soon become known all over the world once again. Let me guess. He actually strong, they just took him for granted. Womp womp. Yeah, that's...
Well, they didn't take him for granted. He actually was kind of like an asshole.
I don't think he did anything wrong. I think he
once I am begging them to have him fired for just cause.
That is one thing that really pisses me off about a lot of shows. That's one reason I get behind Mushoku Tensei. That's why it's one of my favorites. Is the protagonist has very notable flaws. He is not a good person at the start, and it is his journey and repentance for like his poor acts in his previous life, and he has to take actions to actually give himself a good life. And you can see the difference between what he did in his first life and his second life, and how they've turned out because of how he's changed his actions. Like the demonstrable difference in how his life has changed. But yeah, like you're saying, in these shows, the protagonist did nothing wrong. He's actually super cool, super awesome. Everybody loves him except for the evil, mean person who, for no reason, just casts him out of their party.
Actually, we've seen a funny thing recently where tons of them are just everyone in the party hates them for no reason.
Yeah, Jobless Reincarnation. Yes, that is the show. You're correct. I call him Mushoku Tensei because it's basically the same amount of syllables, and yeah, that's the only reason. It's just preference. Yeah, that is correct. Same show. Excuse me. I'm okay with that.
I like
it's just
the designs a lot.
Yeah, I'm okay with the designs. It's not anything special, but I'm okay with them. It works.
That earring's kind of gay.
He probably is. Well, no, he has to be gay so he doesn't compete with the main character for all the females.
That's true, but also, like, does he need an earring that fucking long?
You have to know. Also, one thing I would like to see more is like actual interesting landscapes. You know, you can go back to Jobless Reincarnation. Oh, you just know as well. But yeah, you can go back to Jobless Reincarnation. That had some really cool landscapes for its fantasy world. You can go to Freerun. Freerun didn't have as much, but it still had some nice backgrounds. But lots of fantasy shows aren't willing to go do the extra mile and have a cool background that the characters are traversing, you know? Still not expecting it to do good at all. Still gonna give it like a 3 out of 10 on that.
I agree.
Yeah, not expecting anything good. Probably just watch one episode and then be done with it. Yeah, not bad enough where I just reject it outright. It has actual animation and character designs that don't suck. So yeah, I'll give it a chance. Oh yeah, I forgot I didn't say anything. This one, I guess we could watch this first because it looks like, yeah, that looks kind of rough.
It looks very rough.
Yeah, it's just like their decision for art style. Definitely not something I find that appealing. I could get through it myself.
Is this a webtoon by any chance? It says manga.
It says a
I guess
manga, but it
manga.
doesn't differentiate between those.
I thought it did.
No, I don't think it says webtoon or anything. Let's see where it's from. Wikipedia. It does say a manga, so I wouldn't assume it's a webtoon.
Yeah, fair enough. It released in like last year, end of last year.
A live action film.
Oh, never mind. Okay. Whew.
Yeah, the manga was from like 2021. It started in. It was printed in Morning KC. I don't remember what that stands for. I'm not familiar with most Japanese manga like that prints. Yeah, going back to the description, Yano-kun's Ordinary Days. So just slice of life show. Kyoko Yoshida is an over anxious class representative who can't help but worry about Tsuyoshi Yano, who sits beside her. Tsuyoshi comes to school covered in bruises, and as Kyoko tends to him day after day, the two draw closer. Where will Kyoko's feelings take her? Will Tsuyoshi's life ever be normal? Rom-com between anxious girl and a boy who's always injured, because he just kind of runs into things, it looks like. He has a lot of injuries. Not a fan of his voice. Don't like a jobless reincarnation. He got the elf chick and then comes back with his master. He's talking about when the short blue-haired lolly, whatever her name was. I forgot. Yeah, he'd already married the elf.
Roxy?
Yeah, and he brought Roxy back.
Okay. I thought he was referring to Sylphie because he said elf. Fair
Well, yeah,
enough.
he'd married Sylphie first. But yeah, the reason that Roxy liked him is because he became haughty when he grew up. Because she'd only seen him as a child. She didn't even think that he was the same person initially. She started to fall in love with him before she even knew it was Rudius, actually.
Yeah.
Honestly, I could go with the art style just fine. It's a little bit odd, but yeah, this seems okay. What I do not like is actually the main character's voice. He has like a very high and light voice, very soft speaking tone. Yeah, I mean, I could enjoy this. I'm not sure if like whoever this guy is voicing him, he has that's probably not even his normal range. He's just playing a higher. He's putting in a higher voice, but wow, he has a very different voice from most like just people.
Why does it say his blood type?
Don't worry about
Why
it.
do I need to know his blood type?
I mean, this is like something for horoscopes or whatever, some bullshit like that. Is it not like okay? I put it as planning, but it didn't update the page. Yeah, I mean that could be pretty alright. That was not that was better than I was expecting. Maybe give that like a 6 out of 10. Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, error. SQL error. Is it because I'm loading too many pages or something? I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah. Pass the monster meat, milady. Any proper noble lady must cultivate refined tastes and Lady Malfuria's delicacy of choice is monsters. Unfortunately, society frowns upon such unladylike cravings and brands her the voracious villainess. At a banquet, she's attacked by a monster, only to be saved by the feared blood-mad Duke. It doesn't seem like interesting enough of a niche to me, but we'll give the trailer a shot.
Dude, we're watching this. Come on.
And it could be. And it doesn't seem bad here. First for peepers, in Reborn as a vending machine, one of the characters' voices doesn't match in dub, so I watch in sub. Yeah, I pretty much always watch sub anyways, but when a character voice like there's a serious mismatch. I keep trying to say that wrong. Yeah, a serious mismatch between the character's voice and their appearance. It definitely creates just the uncanny valley effect for me. You know.
I mean, you remember the conversation I had with BMO on Twitter?
Oh yeah,
about
you were
Free
talking.
Rin.
Yeah, you were talking to people on Twitter about Freerin. Your thing wasn't even as much of it being a mismatch. It's just I like the original better. Really, was that
I
more
did
your
start
point?
off saying it was a mismatch, but yeah, I don't think it's a mismatch. I think it's just strictly. It's very different from the sub one.
Also, yeah, we like really. I do just prefer the original like Japanese voice over the American actor. Even though the American actor I don't think is bad. I just prefer the original.
I think the American one does a good job. Even I just think it's yeah.
Yeah.
I started watching sub, so I got used to sub, and they do give very different performances.
Yeah. Because, yeah, some people I could find entirely legitimate to prefer the dub voice actor. That's entirely fair. I would not knock somebody for that. And this does look decent. Yeah. Pass the monster meat, milady. So I guess the thing is both of them like eating monsters. That's how they get together. Also, I'm gonna actually
It's a
take.
villainous.
Yeah, it's a villain show.
It is a villainous, so there's gonna be reverse harem, whatever.
I'm gonna take back my thing where I said I think it looks pretty decent. It doesn't really look very decent, but yeah, I'm still probably gonna watch it.
Yeah, this is right up my alley.
Oh, you want to watch those two, Dax? I can't believe you've added every single show we've looked at so far. Like you got like 25 shows you're committed to finishing this season. That's a lot on your plate. Wow, that's a lot more than I'd be willing to say. I actually am willing to drop shows. Yeah, I mean
We've
that's
already
wild.
dropped a show.
Yeah, we've already dropped a show before we even watched it.
It's weird that Dax decided to agree with Leon to watch every single show all the way through.
Yeah, that's really a commitment. I don't know how he's gonna have time for that.
Dude, I can't believe I found those random live streamers that were like, "Yeah, we have to watch the dub because if we don't, we have to rewind a bunch for." I just can't deal.
Meanwhile, peepers, I like the dub so I can pay attention to what's happening. I don't miss anything. But one over the other doesn't normally bother me either way. I mean, yeah, you're not gonna miss anything because you're gonna be able to finish reading. Lamont Sross with Dax, but I would test the shows out. I mean, too bad Dax isn't really speaking up very loudly. I know you guys can't hear him, but he's here in spirit.
Two Spirit.
Yeah, the other spirit being Leon. I think both of them are asleep right now. I think both of them are actually just asleep.
I thought I stayed up later than them, but I guess I didn't.
No, Leon was talking about at noon how he played video games all night.
Never mind.
You did not stay up later than Leon.
I was up till like 5 doing homework. Like, okay, I guess I'm gonna get this done before stream.
I should clarify. I didn't actually verify whether Dax was available for this one. The last time I did talk to him, he's like, "Yeah, I think I should be able to make it." I don't know what he's doing at all. I don't know if he's home. I don't know if he's asleep or anything. If he is home sleeping, I will absolutely make more fun of him for that than anything else.
He's just gonna finish building a Lego and then look online and be like, "What the fuck is Serrano's doing with my name on his stream?"
Little Miss Vampire can't suck right. Luna Ishikawa is a dark and mysterious vampire. Or so she'd like her new classmates to believe. The truth is, while she may be one of the not-so-mythical bloodsuckers, she doesn't really live up to the hype. She's short and clumsy, and she can't even suck blood properly. So when her classmate Tetsura Otori discovers her little drinking problem, he can't help but lend a hand. This sounds like a porno.
It does, yes.
Can he nurse Luna from the small, timid animal she is into a fearsome creature of the night? Gosh, the meme of the name is alone, right? So yeah, this is like a lolly vampire show. Her teeth aren't long enough. This is pretty cute. I like this, yeah. Also, if she turns into like a hot older vampire by the end of it, I'll be, yeah, I'll be into it. I'm adding it to the list. Yeah, this seems like a really cute slice of life, maybe a little bit of comedy. Let's see, is that what is slice of life comedy? Yeah. Yeah, this seems very appealing to me. This is something I could finish this season, yeah. I'm glad to have a panel here with me that can help commentate on this and give their opinions.
I got very distracted just now.
I
I like her design a lot. It reminds me of Mitsuki from Blue Archive.
She's the one that distracted you, huh?
No, you don't want to know.
All right, okay. I want to clarify, peepers. I think lollies can be cute, but I also specified that I want to see her grow up into a full-fledged vampire, because that's the plot of the series, peepers. I wasn't saying anything else.
She's 12. She's very cute though. And again, reminds me of Blue Archive.
Mitsuki, yeah. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I like the show. I'd probably give it like a 7. I'd give that like a 7 out of 10 on expectation.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
This is one I could see myself finishing. Mechanical Marie. This might be one you're interested in. At last, she's complete. This is Marie, a robot maid. Marie, a former legendary martial artist, now conceals her identity as a human and starts working as a robot in the mansion of Arthur, heir to the conglomerate that despises humans. Her human identity must remain hidden because one slip up and she's dead. Her naturally emotionless demeanor helps her maintain her robot disguise and flawlessly perform her duties, all while struggling to protect Arthur from assassins sent to take his life. She lives each day on the edge, so it kind of feels like a spy family thing, you know? Trying to fake something or not, while being a deadly assassin. So, if he hates humans, is he a robot, or is he just a guy who hates people?
I think he's male.
But I don't know if he's human.
He's human.
I guess he just doesn't want any people around him, so he wants to hire only robots.
It could literally just be he doesn't trust them.
So yeah, they want to have her be a robot maid because she can be emotionless and they don't have to animate it. Oh, excuse me. So they don't have to animate it. Peepers, I did not ask. I did ask, not saying anything other than that. Alright, Peepers. Alright, Peepers, I got you. I can pick up what you're putting down.
I like this a lot.
I'm not really feeling it a lot, but I'm still going to be watching some of it. I'd probably give that still like a 5. Yeah. I would not really expect to finish this one at all. I expect this to be an early drop. I do not see the attraction of childlike people who are actually 9,000 years old. Well, I mean, no, I'm not attracted to that character. I think she's cute. Like I said, there could be a difference between cute and like sexy. And still, there can
I'm
be
trying to
people you
remember the
find
last
sexy
time-
that you would call cute.
I'm trying to remember the last like actual 9,000-year-old lolly. I can't remember them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess it doesn't. Like, there are tropes of the like lolly character being older, but not quite the same ridiculousness to it.
I think she's just like a short high schooler in this. I don't think she's actually.
Oh,
like...
this is one that I didn't even bother watching. This is pretty recent, I think. Oh no, it's 2018. Oh, I thought this was more recent. I'm pretty sure I've already looked at this before. This was Bed and Breakfast for Spirits. Oops,
I definitely
back.
never watched it.
Yeah, never seen this before. This is season 2, getting a sequel 7 years later. I probably should put punctuation so it's not a run-on sentence.
I agree. You
that
should
could help
definitely
you.
start doing punctuation.
That could help peepers. But yeah, this is a sequel. A girl known for, or a girl who can see spirits known as Ayakashi was suddenly approached by an ogre, demanding she pay her grandfather's debt. Odana made a huge request: her hand in marriage. Refusing the absurd offer, Aoi decided to work at the Tenjin Bed and Breakfast to pay back what her family owes. So she had debts for the father. I'm just lazy. Aren't we all, peepers? Aren't we all? But yeah, I don't really know anything about it. Never seemed appealing to me, so I'm not going to be picking that one up. It seems to be just a female-oriented show, so yeah, not too much of a loss for me.
A major loss for me.
A star brighter than the sun. These people are all like dressed in suits, but they're still school age. They're like high schoolers, which is a little bit different. This is like an upper class high school. A star brighter than the sun. Sei Iwata, a slightly tougher than average girl, falls for the gentle smile of Koki Kamashiro, a delicate boy back in elementary school. By the time they enter junior high school, Kyoki, I don't like that name, Kuoki, has grown into a charming, popular teen who now feels out of reach. When they're assigned to the sports festival committee together, Sei's long-hidden first love begins to stir once more. So,
I really like the orange guy's haircut.
Yeah, this one's just pure romance. You like this?
Such a good haircut.
Wait, is that her brother? No, it's a Zawa, not a Wada. Let's take a look here. I like how the characters look fully grown. They're in junior high. They're like 13. Who makes like junior high students wear full suits? I think it's gonna say they're 15. Let's check. No, 167. That's not 15 years old. Doesn't actually say, but I assume they're like 15 or so because like high school's 18, 17, 16. I think it is. It's like 3 years. Junior high's 3 years. I think that's what it is in Japan. So between 13 and 15 for them. Yeah, this is basically just gonna be a straight romance. I'm not really expecting too much from it. Just check it out and see if I find it appealing. Not really. I don't really have too much to glean from the trailer. It doesn't stand out at all. I just get like a 5.
I got something to glean from it. What the fuck were with those lip proportions?
Why is that the only thing you think of? Just lips.
You know why that's the only thing I think of.
You need
It's
to go back. You
weird.
need to go back to your
It's
other
unnatural.
avatar. You need to go back to your last avatar if you're going to be talking about
I'm not
lips all
going
the
back.
time.
I'm not going back.
So yeah, that's not what I would say. Is like, oh yeah, this looks like it's going to be one of the best of the season. That looks like a show that I'm not going to finish. Nah, not expecting much from that. Gnosia. The story of Gnosia takes place on a ship. Oh, it'd just be burping. Takes place on a ship drifting through space. Nausea is an enemy that disguises itself as human and attacks them. It is now on the spaceship, causing everyone on board to be suspicious of each other. This is Among Us. This is anime Among Us. The crew decides to vote on the most suspicious looking person every day and put them into cold sleep. If the humans succeed putting Nausea to sleep, they'll win. On the other hand, if they don't, everyone on board is in danger. The right decision must be made, no matter what decision is made by the main character. Yuri, she finds herself in a time loop that returns to the first day of the crisis. This could be fun, but this seems... Oh, it's full CG, I think.
Yeah.
I'm scared. Oh, that's actually not... Never mind. The other character... The way they did the art looked CG, and this is obviously CG, but... No, it's not a full CG or anything. That's actually a good use of CG, 3D camera.
Mm-hmm.
Is this made by the same people who did the cat show? I think it is. Oh no, they made Format's Kitchen. Huh, guess not. Okay, different studio.
Mm-hmm.
I was just thinking it's... Yeah. Not really a fan of the coloring, but the plot seems pretty fun. Yeah, this is literally Among Us, the anime. Yeah, this is definitely Among Us. Yeah, sure. We'll check it out.
Looks fine, honestly. I don't like the character designs that much, but looks fine.
Yeah, the plot is interesting enough. Not the Zombie Cat show. I was thinking of Mr. Cat. Was that what it was called?
Masterful Cat has
Cat.
depression or something like that.
Yeah, I'll go give you a little quick shot of this one. Masterful Cat is depressed again today.
This one was fun. Very enjoyable.
Yeah, basically what I was talking about here is the way they do camera, because they have a lot of 3D camera work. Because you can see a wide shot like this. Honestly, I'm pretty okay with the way it looks and stuff like that. Yeah, we have these moving shots like this with really strange angles. Pretty much you're only going to be able to pull this stuff off with 3D camera. You can't really do that normally. Not very easily.
Mm-hmm.
Even just doing it with a CG camera is very difficult. Yeah, I thought it was okay. I didn't really feel super compelled to go finish it. Maybe I'll go back. I don't know. If I do go back, I'm not sure if I'll finish it. I'll give it another chance sometime, most likely. Yeah, touring after the apocalypse. Two young girls, Yoko and Irie, travel through an empty post-apocalypse world. They photograph scenery of famous places all of themselves and camp out in towns full of nature. Two of them ride and travel on a Suro, I know that's a dirt bike or whatever, off-road motorbike together. Experiencing never before felt freedom in travel with no traffic and no traffic lights. With the Suro bike, they embark on a journey around a now destroyed Japan. That seems kind of cute. I don't know how they're alive, though, if everybody else has been dead for a long time. It's this is a long time, obviously. This is years on years, at least 20 or 30 years since the world... since the post-apocalypse happened, or the apocalypse happened, and everything became post-apocalypse.
I don't like that they have white shirts.
What does that even mean?
It's the post-apocalypse, man. Where'd they get the white shirts?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, could be a nice chill show. Yeah.
I like the overalls designs.
I do notice one thing we've seen more and more of is we are seeing more shows that are focused on just being relaxing, just nice, enjoyable shows. Slice of Life has been a thing, but usually it was more oriented at otakus, with cute girls doing cute things. And while this has a feel of that, we are getting more shows, like I said, the cooking show before, Cooking Life in Another World with absurd skill. We're getting a lot more relaxing shows focused on just the feeling rather than being a genre or the same kind of genre it used to be. I don't know exactly how to describe it, but it feels like we're moving in a slightly different direction with the shows I've been seeing coming out in anime. And this feels to be one of the same.
Yeah. I don't know if you mean there's not like going to be a central overarching plot line or anything like that. It just seems like it's going to be fun, relaxing.
Extremely laid back shows. Like target audience. You're targeting people who have worked a long day and they don't want to be thinking about things. They just want to enjoy a nice, peaceful world. They want to imagine somewhere nicer than where they are, where their life is.
Mm-hmm.
I do find that appealing. This is a Digimon show. I don't know if I really want to watch that. I just want more Isekai.
Don't knock it till you try it. Look at these designs. No one has green spiky hair.
And the little creature does.
I don't think that was a creature.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, I told you. You didn't listen to me.
It was too far away.
You should just accept that I'm gonna be correct. I have never been a Digimon guy, so I don't think I really want to watch this. He just gets bit by the first Digimon he hatches. Geckomon. Yeah, I mean,
I fuck with Geckomon.
the show might be fine, but this is really just I don't like Digimon, so I'm just not gonna
Where
watch
is
it.
this one gonna be?
This is a complete new spin-off. This is a completely
No, I mean, where can I
standalone.
watch this?
You sound like Leon there.
Where can I watch this?
Let's see.
Hulu. Yes, okay, it's Disney.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, the E-Pulse, which is generated by human thoughts and emotions, was used as an energy source for the AI support devices Sapotama. From the shadows of this remarkable development, terrifying monsters appear. Digimon are living beings that evolve by consuming E-Pulse. Tomoru Tenma is drawn into an extraordinary experience after meeting Geckomon, who suddenly appears from his Sapotama. Yeah, another new Digimon series.
I have a soft spot for Digimon. I only watched a couple seasons, but like I very much enjoy it.
Okay. Yeah, let's go to next one. This one looks like a volleyball anime. Hands off, Sawaranide. Sawaranide. I don't know what that word is. I don't know what the translation is. Kodasashi-kun. Kodasashi Kyoyo possesses an outstanding skill as a masseur. He aspires to become a sports doctor and wants to get a scholarship in medical school. Starting spring, he attends the high school attached to Seiwa University, a sports powerhouse. Since his family is not wealthy, he has to work as a hostel manager, where he's allowed to stay and pay for his school expenses. There he encounters high school girl athletes with various problems. This is going to be like an older guy with a bunch of high school women. High school girls. Kodasashi's job is to take care of them physically and mentally and to be the hostel manager. So they're going to live in the house and he's also going to give them back rubs and stuff. Beavers does not have Hulu. Well, there are other things you can do. There are other things you can do, Peepers.
That's true.
I could educate you on those if you're interested.
You can have family that use Hulu.
So this is like a super horny. This is a super horny show. Not seeing much animation though. Not seeing much jiggling. So yeah, this looks like another hard dodge where we're not gonna watch it. Do we have any animation here? We have a little bit. Let's go through this. I don't really like these character designs. Guy is trapped in house with a bunch of cute girls is definitely a genre unto itself, and it's not really something I've found very interesting. I haven't really found any of the shows that have done this very good. And this looks to be worse than most of the other ones I've seen.
I agree.
So yeah, I'm gonna say no to this one. I'm gonna say that's a dodge. That's one I'm not gonna watch that. But here is another villainous show: The Dark History of the Reincarnated Villainous. No gimmick yet.
I'm in.
Konoha Sato's dark fictional past becomes her reality when she's reincarnated as Yana Mongolia, the villainess of her own adolescent fantasy. Now, as a role she meticulously designed to be despicable, remembering every last detail is a matter of life and death. Will she be able to rewrite her character? I mean, this is every villainous show. This is every single villainous show. There's nothing. There's nothing here. What are you gonna give me unique? What new stuff are you gonna do for me? It's gonna be a comedy? I'm gonna watch the villainous one.
I like this guy.
I don't like the art. This is a one episode show for me.
Yeah, but we're gonna enjoy that one episode.
I don't think so. I don't know if I even want to give this a 2 out of 10. I feel like a 2 out of 10 is too nice. I'd probably give this a 1 out of 10. This feels like the most generic villainous slop I've ever seen.
Villainous slop?
Villainous slop? Yeah, I would call that. I think that counts as villainous slop. Yeah, I'm gonna call that villainous slop. Whew. Yeah, that's not that. If you weren't here, I wouldn't watch it. Mangaka's weirdly wonderful workplace. Futami, a novice shoujo artist, is finally publishing her beloved shogi manga. Okay. Dear Subaru. But the stress makes her stomach hurt. She's forced to push the deadline for her first chapter, and she isn't making any progress on her storyboards. To top it off, she's gaining weight from midnight snacking and starts having wild delusions. Will Futami be able to enjoy life as a manga artist? Let's take a look here. Villainous slop were my new favorite, other than just isekai. They're basically the same thing. So it's just one has it's basically the way it goes is if a show has a male protagonist, it's isekai slop. If a show has a female protagonist, then it's villainous slop.
See, that's what Think Before You Sleep don't understand about Frieren.
Yeah,
She's a female protagonist, so it's not isekai.
Yeah, it's actually Frieren is actually a villainous slop show. He was wrong about everything.
Look, we don't make the rules. This is observable fact.
Yeah, pretty much. This could be fun. There's really not much to glean from the trailer. It looks pretty normal. Looks pretty average. Probably give it like a 5 out of 10 again. Like most shows, it's just like a feel. You know, it's around the 4 to 6 range. Just not really too interesting from jump. Got to actually watch an episode before you can really get a feel for the writing.
I agree.
Yeah. Otherwise, it just looks like kind of a normal show. Doesn't really look like it'll stand out. Doesn't seem to be anything that I would keep watching. It just kind of exists. Overall, this season...
show, let's fucking go.
Overall, I'd say this season, just like top to bottom, it didn't seem that interesting to me. It's like we have a couple high-profile returning shows, but like none of the new shows, like the only one I'm like, oh wow, this looks pretty awesome. I think Sanda looks alright, but I thought, may I ask for one final thing? That's like the only show among all of these that I felt like, wow, this one looks really good. This one looks really fun. I don't have a lot of shows so far where I'm like, I expect to be finishing this. I expect that this one's going to be pretty good. I have one that I am ironically expecting to enjoy for its terribleness. A So Bad It's Good show. I have one show like that here. But most of these, like this one, Little Miss Vampire, I like that. But there's just so many of these shows that just seem kind of generic. They don't really seem to have any good niche of their own to make them appealing. it doesn't seem to be a strong anime season this time around. Not comparable to summer season. Summer season coming in, I had a lot of expectations, and going over it next week. Most of those shows hit those expectations. Most of those shows did hit their expectations I had, so I was very happy with the summer season.
I feel like this season's worse because last season we had a really good shonen from Don to Don, and this
Yeah.
season we have My Hero Academia.
Yeah, this is like a little furry show. With you, our love will make it through. When high schooler Mari bumps into a fellow tardy student, she's surprised to find out he's a beast folk who's to attend her school. After all, it's not so rare for beast folk to coexist alongside humans, but it's still uncommon. With the prejudice and all. Oh, the prejudice. Is this gonna be a race thing? Is this gonna be just a race allegory? Is that all it is? The big boot blue fox guy. She looks almost exactly like.
Yeah,
She looks exactly like the girl with
Waguri.
Wagart.
Yeah,
Was it-
Waguri-san.
Was Waguri her name?
Wasn't it Waguri?
Okay, I gotta look at my list. Fragrant flower blooms with dignity. Okay, it is
Yeah.
Waguri. Yeah, she looks almost identical to Waguri-san. With just like a slightly different haircut and color. Her facial expression is so similar. She still has a similar enough hairstyle, but it's not exactly the same. I am not going to watch the furry show. If I'm going to self-insert, it's not going to be as a wolf. It's going to be as an eagle. Or a raven, bird. I'm much more likely to self-insert as a bird person than a wolf person. That's just me.
I wonder why that is.
There's nothing you can glean from that. Nothing at all. Do you want to
If you're
actually?
not-
Do you want
If you
to
guys
watch this?
aren't aware, do you guys know the Telliest Fire Emblem games?
We're not getting into that. How do you feel about this character? How do you feel about this character?
Well, that is very much a furry profile picture, which is kind of like the one you have to Barn Fire Emblem. Look that up.
There's nothing
People
more to
watching.
look up there. Do you want to watch this show? It's from Millipence, which looks better than lots of the other shows have, but it's also a
I'm
furry
gonna say
show.
the animation looked decent.
'Cause, yeah,
I don't
like,
want to watch it.
It looks like the same team that did Okatsura. It looked good.
Oh my god! Wait, look, go down. They did Soma Spider.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Millipeds gave us this, which was not that great. They gave us this, which was awful. They gave us this, which was pretty good, and they give us this, which looks pretty good.
We have to give it one episode.
Oh wait, they're doing Shield Hero. Isn't this Shield Hero? Oh wait. Oh no, sorry. This was just season 2 of this. This is just season 2 of this one.
Hmm.
I got these mixed up. They're born in the
Yeah, we're
reincarnated
starting
world
this.
for free rent. Not getting reincarnated into it though. I don't actually know what that means.
I think he's referring to like I mentioned Think Before You Sleep calling in isekai. He did that because he's stupid and wanted to call it slot.
And I think that discussion was a while ago. Maybe that was from that. Yeah, it was a couple minutes ago. I just didn't read the chat. Aono Orchestra season 2. I did look at it season 1. I thought. I think I didn't finish episode 1. I think I just like looked into it. I was like, this really isn't for me, and then I just moved on.
Yeah, that's what you did.
Yeah, this is like from way back because I didn't have it on my list even. It's from years ago. It's crazy to see shows get sequels like 8 years later. It's so weird to see that still. Yeah, Aono Orchestra. Aono Orchestra. If you were following that one, hey, guess what? You have a season 2 now. If you still care about it. Kingdom is getting another season. Again, never touched Kingdom. No clue about it. It is still going on, though. People are still watching it. Okay. Next actual show. Let's Play. Samara, or Sam Young, is the developer in Los Angeles. Oh no, we're already getting invaded here. We're getting localized. We're setting shows in LA. Yeah, a young developer in Los Angeles who's about to achieve her dreams with our first video game, Ruminate. That is until a popular streamer gives the game a scathing review. Even worse, Sam finds out the troublesome critic is now her new neighbor. I do like that. Get lost in a
that's pretty
comedic,
fun.
romantic, and all too real story about gaming memes and social anxiety. Okay, this now it turns Reddit. Come for the plot, stay for the doggo. Ugh.
There's a reason this is a sub 30 highest rated show.
Who is this person? Leanne Kresick. She's from Kansas City, Missouri. Webtoon. Okay.
Has a blue sky.
So yeah, this is a webtoon series, but it's also American.
True.
Not a fan of the art. The colors do not look very good. Yeah, it's just like looks very rough. The lines aren't very sharp. It doesn't seem. It seems like it's a low resolution. Yeah, not really feeling this at all. This could be fun, but I'm not looking forward to this really. This looks like AI, you know? This looks like something AI would draw.
It's just low resolution.
Yeah, that's what I mean. AI is low resolution. So if you're drawing in low resolution, it means you're AI. Yeah, this guy gave a scathing review. Man, I wish I was him. I wish I could be him. Oh, yeah, that looks terrible. I can see why he hates it. look at my man's face up there. He hates his life. Angry Canadian. We were picking up the mantle Blaine left behind. A little bit, yeah. I'm not gonna be doing it every day. I will be streaming Next Fest stuff, but right now, gonna be doing anime like every other week. For the start of the season, I'll be doing it for the next 2 weeks, talking about anime. But right now, we are going over the upcoming shows for fall.
Indeed.
Honestly, the art looks pretty poor. The story seems fun, so I will give it an episode, but I'm not expecting to keep up with that. Yeah, as I mentioned previously, Kingdom has a sixth season coming. Yeah, Angry Canadian AC. We are pretty deep in. We got about 30 shows through. Honestly, not a lot. I'll go over the highlights again for you. We got some sequels to stuff people might be interested in. One Punch Man, Spy Family, My Hero final season, To Your Eternity season 3. And then we also have Campfire Cooking Another World sequel. Then we got a couple different shows, which I wasn't super excited for. But one of the early ones I was interested in was, may I ask for one final thing? A villainess who just beats the shit out of her enemies, which seems pretty fun. So I was looking towards that one. And then Sanda, which is a high school student who has the living embodiment, like the fighting spirit of Santa Claus inside of him, who also beats people up. It looked like it was pretty well animated.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would say probably Chitose in the Ramune Bottle would be like number 3 or 4 show for me. That one, it could be terrible, but the way it was written in the description made me feel like there could be something deeper there in terms of like the good writing quality. There could be something interesting going on. We have a sequel to Uma Musume. If you're watching that, that's cool for you. I have not caught up to that yet. And then the other one I had was Little Miss Vampire Can't Suck Right, which seems to be just like a cute little comedy show. Otherwise, this season seems very weak. I don't see a lot of shows I'm very interested in. Yeah, Peepers was not interested in Sanda. Peepers didn't really like it. Yeah, was this? Yeah, this one is Alma-chan Wants to Be a Family, a body that combines the appearance of an adorable young girl with the overwhelming combat efficiency, an AI with intelligence and decision-making skills that surpass human capabilities. The perfect autonomous robot, Alma, was created by the overlooked young genius Enji and Suzume, whose brilliance should have been recognized by the world. Alma calls Enji and Suzume father and mother, which leaves them completely flustered. Regardless, the three began to live a life together as a family in order to nurture Alma's powerful AI. We're starting to see more AI shows. I guess the past couple of years, people have probably been writing more stuff about AIs, so that's why we're starting to pick that up. This seems kind of silly. It seems like it's trying to be a Spy Family ripoff, kind of. Mostly in tone rather than actual setting or characters. Yeah, not having audio because I don't want the stream to just get copies struck and taken down, because I definitely think it could happen for anime stuff. But
We've heard quite a few OPs so far.
yeah, but that's the thing, is like there's every single trailer has an OP, and that's another instance where it could be taken down. Because some of them will just claim it, but other ones will actually take it down in international countries because they don't want you to be re-uploading their music and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, this is just kind of appealing to the lolicon demographic. I don't really see much else here, and maybe it's a good comedy, but probably just watching one episode. I don't think this is made.
As long as we're allowed to watch one episode.
I don't think this is made for me. Brandon's watching it.
Oh, he's been watching everything we've clicked on.
Yeah, pretty much. There is Tojima wants to be a Kamen Rider. I've never been interested in Kamen Rider. This is actually an original series. This is not like connected to Kamen Rider directly. It's not like a sequel or anything, as far as I know.
True.
Yeah, it's just like a spin-off that features Kamen Rider as a character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tojima wants to be Kamen Rider. The story of Tojima wants to be Kamen Rider follows Tenzaburo Tojima, a 40-year-old man who is abnormally obsessed with Kamen Rider franchise. Tojima is about to give up on his dream of becoming a hero until a chance encounter with a robber changes his fate forever. That doesn't look too bad. Yeah, Dax and Leon, they haven't been talking a lot, but they've been telling me that they want to watch every anime coming out this season. Every single one. They want to make this their new challenge. They're going to watch every single show that comes out. So every time you see them on stream, remember to remind them of the fact that they could be watching anime right now. They're falling behind. You know, I'm not really a Kamen Rider guy, but this is probably better than Kaiju number 8, so, I'll give it a shot.
I have to concur, yeah.
Yeah, I think this is probably going to be better than Kaiju number 8. It would be improper of me to not watch this show, so I will. Honestly, I'd give it like a 6. I've returned. I will not fall behind, most likely. Dang! Dang, son! Dang, son!
Oh no.
So we got AC. We roped AC, and he is also going to be watching Tojima Wants to be Kamen Rider. That's great. Plus size misadventures in love. Yeah, I'm gonna send this to Leon right now and say, this is what you're missing. Yeah, I'm gonna send it to Leon right now. Okay. Yumiko is a quiet, downcast office worker, weighed down by the crippling insecurities and self-loathing until a sudden accident leaves her with amnesia. A new sparkling personality, her dramatic transformation baffles everyone around. Oh, is she gonna be hot after this, I guess?
No, she's gonna be bubbly instead of a loser.
But a new zest for life and unshakable confidence. Yumiko is ready to tackle anything: love, work, friendship, maybe even attempted murder mystery.
Look at the manga profile picture.
I saw it.
For the character.
I saw it. This seems like Leon's kind of anime. It seems like it's got everything he wants going on here. Send it to Cater for FatCon. Okay. He's a chubby chaser. I mean, this could be fun, honestly. This seems like a decent setup for a comedy. What do you think? Hey, here's the murder mystery part.
I have no idea, man.
Well, we're gonna keep watching it until you puke. So yeah, get
Okay.
ready for that.
I'm right there with you.
All the black dudes gonna watch this one. All the black dudes. Don't worry, I'll message every single one of the ones I know on Twitter and tell them, hey, they made an anime about your love life.
I'll be switching to barbecue bunger for that one.
Barbecue bunger. Shabake. The time is Edo. Ichitaro, the young master of Nagasakiya. Nagasakiya? What's up, baguettes? Hello, Chrono Captcha. We were checking out the fall anime. One of the largest stores in Nihonbashi has been in poor health since birth. Or wait, what? Yeah, the master of Nagasakiya, one of the largest stores in Nihonbashi, has been in poor health since birth and is unable to go outside. Ichitaro is always protected by spirits such as Shirasawa and Inugami, who serve. I am really bad at Japanese pronunciation. Apparently, it's like I'm doing worse this year than like basically any other time I've gone over these shows. I think it's probably because I'm actually trying to say all of them out loud. Whereas otherwise, if I wasn't on stream, I would just be skipping them. I would say like Shira.
You would be like, the time is Edo. Hell yeah. Okay, let's watch.
Observe. One night, Ichitaro sneaks out when no one is looking and witnesses a murder. From that day on, bizarre murders begin to occur one after another in Edo. What do you think? This disabled kid's the one that did it? Also, he's bald. So obviously he's double disabled. Hey, Pop. My favorite mechanic. Yeah, this one's set in Edo. This one, I have no idea. I am going to be watching this, but I don't really have any expectation for this. I don't think I'm really going to learn anything from the trailer, but I think it is a pretty refined art style. I think the art style is quite nice. And yeah, this is like a Edo murder mystery show, which is, I don't think this is something I've actually seen done before. Maybe it has, but I am not familiar with it. So yeah, I will be checking that out. This one could be very good. It could be one of the better shows we watch this season. It could surprise me being a show I actually finish. I have not seen a lot I've finished. Go over it again at the end, but I don't think... Yeah, we're just at the end here, so we only got a couple more to go. Just open up all these tabs and knock them out one at a time. Gonna knock... I was gonna say knock out the last one before we even get to it. Next show, Ninja vs. Gokudo. The ninja banish evil from the shadows. Gokudo gather lonely outcasts and commit crimes. The grudge they forged centuries ago is rekindled in the present day. The ninja Shinoha meets Kiwami, a Gokudo with a face of a businessman. Unknowing of the other's identity, they bond over anime, but war between ninja and Gokudo intensifies. Who will survive and who will perish? Let's see how well it's animated.
Well, it's by Studio Dean, so it actually is animated.
Maybe. They don't always have good stuff. I'd say the art style's fine. Yeah, art style's pretty solid. I don't know if there's something they do. It's not like super well animated so far. Yeah, they're not really showing off any action scenes yet. Let's see if they show one of those off. Like, that did not look very good.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay, do we have an action... Okay, that is... Okay. Yeah, they did not... They avoided showing off action scenes, so I'm going to put that on very low expectations. I will still watch an episode, but I'm going to say that one's a very likely drop. Very, very likely early drop. Also, it seems kind of... Seems a little bit gay, because it's like, we got two male characters, like, bonding over anime. Like, that sounds kind of gay to me. Not really expecting too much from it. Next one. Potion Wagami wo Tasukeru. Kaede, an ordinary high school girl, suddenly wakes up in an unfamiliar alleyway, only to realize she's been transported to a mysterious world inhabited by beastmen, elves, and dragons. Among her belongings, she discovers a strange book that wasn't there before. To her surprise, it allows her to create potions simply by chanting the word create. I know we've seen this type of show a couple times already, like specifically isekais with potion making. Like we had two in the same season. I think I've seen the manga for this one before. I think I've actually seen this one in a manga before. Should this even count as an anime? Is one of the threads created? Let's take a look at the animation. Oh my goodness, this is not animated. Okay, no, it's slightly animated, but it's a very different style. This is obviously a cheap. This is obviously very cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Because they are actually just like. They're like dragging hand puppets. Which gives it its own unique style. For a low budget production, I don't think this is actually a bad idea, but it's not really something I'm interested in watching. They're trying to work with what they can with like a bottom tier budget. Do you want to watch an episode of this?
I do. It's gonna be
Okay.
someone's niche. Like
Okay,
it's,
we'll
it
watch.
actually looks kind of interesting.
We'll watch one episode of it, but I don't really like the art style. I just don't like the animation style. I want actual anime, honest to god animation. But
I agree.
there are worse shows I've seen. It is not the worst show I've seen so far. So yeah, we'll give it an episode. All right. I guess Civis, The Sound of Heroes. Civis is a co-ed music group led by Yosuke, shaking up the global music scene with their unmatched vocals. This is kind of like an idol show then. It seems like there's a lot of like low tier music shows that nobody ever watches. It seems like there's always one or two of those every season. I thought Girls Band Cry might fit into that category, but it was like way better. It was just like way higher quality. Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of these things that's like made by music labels, I guess. So they have like a tiny budget, so they don't have any budget to animate things. They're like trying to promote their other content. See if we get some animation, I guess. Oh, this looks like a normal show, actually. There's just a lot of CG. Yeah, no, this doesn't look particularly bad compared to other anime at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Discord Watch Party 1. I usually watch stuff with Michael pretty often. The thing is, usually we'll be pausing and talking a lot, so not a lot of people would be that interested in the way we watch it. That's why I don't really invite anybody else. But if like I want to watch something with Dax, or if like Dax has time, I would definitely watch some stuff with him. But I know he has a busier schedule than I do, either me or Michael, so it could be harder to like line stuff up with more people you got. And if you want to be watching like these shows, it's a lot easier to do it with a series that's already completed. If you're trying to do a show that's airing and you want to keep up week to week, you have to make sure you set up days where you can actually watch anime together. And like if your schedule changes, like my schedule changes for work and stuff, so I can't always be available on the same day, but Michael has a pretty wide open schedule. He has a little bit easier than me sometimes, so I can usually align myself, or he can usually align himself around whenever I'm available. So I don't know what times I'd be able to cross over with Dax, watch anime with him and stuff like seasonally. But if we're talking about some older show that's already finished, so we can set up days where we'll watch like, okay, we're gonna watch 4 episodes on this day, and then we're gonna watch 4 episodes next week, and then the week after that. That's something I could set up and we could start doing. I don't know when I would start doing that, but that is something I could do in the future. Yeah, Michael the Bum. Yeah.
Damn. Can't do shit.
I guess we'll watch an episode of this. This is definitely not a show I would usually go for, but yeah, we'll go for an episode of this and check it out. It's not bad enough where I'd say it's like, oh, we're skipping it outright. This one doesn't have a trailer. Nohara Hiyoshi, Hirumeshi no Ryugi. The ultimate Japanese family man is obsessed with lunch in order to work hard in the afternoon. Is this not even a short? This isn't even like a short show or anything.
This is not a short. It's in the full-on anime section.
Yeah, it's in the full anime section. It didn't have the trailer linked. Nobody even bothered to put the trailer on there. Nah. No, thank you. I don't want to watch that. Wait, this is the
Delete it.
Wait, this is a spin-off of Shin-Chan. And this is Shin-Chan. By the way, characters means the characters like makes a side appearance, but if it's a spin-off, that means it's actually connected in universe. Oh my lord. spin-off of Crayon Shin-chan. That is insane. How many spin-offs it has. Monster Strike Deadverse Reloaded. This one has its trailer here. I should check if the other ones have a trailer. Like this one doesn't have a trailer. This one doesn't have a trailer. These only have descriptions. I'm not watching the butt face.
We're not
show.
watching this one, obviously.
Not watching that show. This is a sequel to Kaguku Boken Survival. I don't know anything about this. This just looks like a kid show, so we're almost certainly not watching this. I usually just skip kid shows because they obviously are not for me, and I don't think there's any chance I'm going to enjoy them. Yeah, this doesn't look like anything special at all.
I agree.
If somebody tells me it's like, oh man, this is actually one of the best kid show of all time, I would give it a shot, but not really, not expecting to. Yeah, this one, I mean, this looks like just a normal show, so we'll take this. This is a very short trailer. Yeah, this one is for Monster Strike Deadverse. Does this actually have a trailer to it? There's nothing here. The trailer is nothing. It's just an announcement that the show is coming.
It's gonna come.
Is there an actual trailer? Because these all look like the same. No, this is just about the manga. There isn't even a trailer for this at all. This is probably not even going to be on any streaming service. You're not even going to be able to find this thing.
Definitely not.
Yeah. Let's go back to Monster Strike Deadverse and see if we can actually find a trailer for this. Is there an actual trailer? No, this is just... This is it? This is it, I think. Do not come. Do not come. Well, I hope Daxonar isn't dead, because I haven't heard from him. I haven't heard from him since, I haven't seen of him since last night when I went to
He's
bed.
definitely just asleep.
I hope he is. I hope he didn't die. That's like some just CG show. No, not actually. I have no idea, but this is like this Monster Strike is a series, right? Just like Digimon. I definitely put this on a lower plateau than Digimon, yeah. So it's based on a mobile game. I'm probably drunktism. Are those Discord sounds coming through? Because I don't think I have it off.
What sounds? I wasn't hearing anything.
Okay, so you didn't hear anything, so that's good. That means that sound didn't play through.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It didn't play.
Okay, that's good, because I heard the Discord notification sounds.
Oh, we're getting an Isekai Quartet 3? Hell yeah.
Yeah, now we're getting to the actual TV short stuff. We have two that are actually somewhat you did not hear the sound. Oh, you heard the Discord sound. Okay, so I did not have it muted correctly. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, Isekai Quartet 3. I thought I had the Discord like streaming thing on. I guess I didn't.
Who did they add this time
I was just
to
getting some
Quartet?
Discord messages. Yeah. It looks like a lot of people. So we have characters from Overlord, Konosuba, Tanya the Evil, ReZero,
was it Shield Hero?
Shield Hero, and Eminence and Shadow.
Yes, those are the two new ones. Shield Hero and Eminence.
I think Shield Hero was probably last season. Yeah, I forgot the streamer mode was not on. Let me put that on. There we go.
Maybe.
Because now I won't have the notifications. Yeah, and then the other one was Ganglion. Set in the early 2000s, sort of Ganglion follows the everyday adventures of Kenji Isobe, a professional henchman for the Ganglion Corporation, which plots world domination with the evil schemes of Operation Tokyo Cedar Pollen, Operation Mount Fuji Detonation, which seem a little bit different in their scope. Shield Hero actually is coming back. I don't think it was this season though. They're in Isekai Quartet 3. Yeah, they're in Isekai Quartet 3 and 2. I
think Shield. I don't know if they were in 2, but I think they were added during the movie.
The thing is, the new one is Isekai Quartet. The new ones would be Eminence and Shadow. They're the new ones. because they weren't in the previous season. Like we can click on the prequel.
Yeah,
prequel.
I know Evidence wasn't, but I don't know if
Yeah, Rising of Shield Heroes in the movie. Let's check the one before that then. Yeah, they were here, and it had Cautious Heroes Overpowered.
that would yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, Shield Hero and Cautious Heroes Overpowered were in Isekai Quartet 2. And I haven't really kept up with the Isekai Quartet. I wasn't really that interested in the series, so I haven't been watching it. But yeah, there is another Isekai Quartet coming out. I will not be watching, but that is there for your knowledge. Yeah, let's check out Ganglion. Yeah, Gemini said it wasn't last season. I remember seeing it on YouTube clips. This one seems suitably corny. Honestly, since it is a short, I'd be more willing to give it a shot too. Oh, that's non-animated. And maybe we don't need to bother. He does look like a henchman. He has that kind of look. he's just on the he's going on the subway. That's a great visual. The stand user could be anyone. Gang Leon? Nani? It's probably worth watching an episode of. It's TV short. There's only gonna be it doesn't say how many episodes. It's probably gonna be like 12 episodes that are like 4 minutes long. 4 to 10 minutes, I would assume. Could be just half length. Yeah, we can watch a little bit of that. I don't think any of the other shorts are. I'm not gonna look at that one. Take a look at this one. Oh, 5th season. Skip. 5 seasons deep on a short only show.
Dude, wait till you see what movies are airing this season. I scrolled down too far.
Yeah, Heiko Watashi wo wasurete kudasai. Marrying a cursed marquis changed her destiny. A superb romance of misunderstandings. I wanted to help you, even if you didn't love me. Lunia, the daughter of Count Persephone, was shunned by her father and treated like a tool by her half-brother, leading a lonely life. Meanwhile, she's chosen by a priest to be engaged to Hades, the head of... They literally named him Hades. I guess it wouldn't have as much of a meaning in Japan, but... the head of Duke of Corona family, and decides to marry into the cursed Duke family. The Duke of Corona. And it looks like they already have kids, too. Is this a sequel at all? No, it's just... Yeah. They start the story with kids. With already having kids from their marriage. Okay, this is a low animated. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll skip that. Don't really need to watch these. It's just the manga, but it bounces. That's all there is to it. Yeah. Leftovers, we got Gachiakuta, which I did not enjoy at all. Got that one returning. A lot of people do like it. I do not like it. 79% recommended. Not for me. Togen Anki is still continuing on as well, and Solo Camping for 2, which I thought it was okay, but I didn't have any reason to keep watching it. It was not as good as many other shows I saw. Oh, and Zombieland Saga. That's what I would see in the movies. Zombieland Saga is getting a movie. I will watch it sometime after the 2nd season. I finished the 1st season. I never got the 2nd season started. Zombieland Saga, very fun, like zombie idol show. They're all undead from a couple different, like, they all come from like somewhat different years as well. And then the main character like revived them. I think one of them was even his girlfriend or wife as well. Something like that. And like the oldest one, Yuguri, was from the ancient Edo period. It's like 100 years ago.
Very based.
Yeah. Super fun show. I really enjoyed it. I definitely do want to get back into it, but I didn't take the time to do so. Yeah, Girls Brand Cry has 2 movies. One of them is a compilation, which is this middle one here, Girls Band Cry Na Mirai. That is a compilation of the season. And then there's also coming out in 3 days, which is a Girls Band Cry movie. Or oh no, that was the first. That was the first compilation. There was a different Girls Band Cry movie coming out. I thought that was the other one.
I did too.
Okay, let's click on this and see when the actual sequel movie's coming out. Girls Band Cry, yeah, they call it Girls Band Cry Shinsaku Eiga. Girls Band Cry was an extremely good band-based, just like musical drama. Follows Nina Saria, she becomes an adult and decides that she doesn't really want to do school anymore. She wants to follow her dreams and become an artist. When she runs into just another performing artist on the street and decides, yeah, she's really cool. I love her music because she listened to her when she was a little kid before her like one hit wonder of a song. And she decides she wants to follow in her footsteps. She's like, I would rather do music or die. Yeah, she'd rather do music or she'd rather die than going back to college. She just didn't want to do it anymore and she decided to follow her passion. I really loved Nina as a character, and I thought it was as good or better than Bocchi the Rock. I thought that's how good I thought Girls Band Cry was. If you haven't watched it, I absolutely recommend you look up Girls Band Cry. It's one of my favorite anime of the past couple of years. And it does
They're
have
both very good. This one it takes a completely different tone than Bocchi the Rock.
yeah, completely.
All the
different.
characters in this are, well, not they're more colorful. Is the word I should use.
Yeah, it is also fully CG animated, and I do think the art style is extremely good. So we'll play the trailer a little bit for you, because I think it's worth mentioning. There was not really that much, again, from this season, there was not really that much I'm getting hyped for in the fall season. And this is, I would expect Girls Band Cry to be better than anything I watched this season. But yeah, I thought it had very high quality CG animation. I would definitely recommend it for CG haters. Because this just simply is a much, much better looking show than any other CG show you probably watched. Yeah, and it will have a movie coming out at some point. It doesn't say when it's going to come out yet. They don't have it planned, so that's why it wasn't on here. It's something that's going to be made. I will definitely be watching it. If it comes to theaters, I will actually pay to watch it in theaters just to support it.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, this is one of the movies I saw this earlier, sometime in the past. I don't remember when, but yeah, Scarlet. Scarlet, the protagonist of this work, is a princess whose father, the king of a certain country, was murdered. However, after failing to exact revenge, Scarlet wakes up to find herself in the land of the dead. In this land of the dead, filled with madness, it is said, if one does not exact revenge on their nemesis and reach the endless place, they'll become nothingness and disappear from existence. Yeah, this one, I didn't have super high expectations for it, but it is a movie coming out, and I thought it could be good. So I was willing to give it a shot. I do plan to watch all anime films at some point. By like literally, I mean the popular ones. any popular anime film, I plan to watch all of them. Even if I don't like them, I just want to like get the experience and be able to talk about them.
Yeah, this one looks interesting enough.
Yeah, art's honestly, I like the art. CGR looked pretty good to me. Story doesn't really sound that appealing, but yeah, I think it could be good, so I do want to check it out. Let's see, was there any other movie we want to look at? I guess we can take a look at this one real quick.
Well, you're not going to put on Pretty Cure?
Nah, I'm gonna skip Love Live and Pretty Cure. If you're watching those franchises already, you should know if you want to watch them or not. There are some ONAs we could take a look at real quick too, even though most of them are just sequels.
Yeah.
Mostly they're described as they're like listed as ONAs, even though they're like a full TV series. It's because they're airing only on streaming instead. Yeah, The Last Blossom. What a pathetic life it's been. An elderly inmate serving a life sentence awaits a lonely death in his solitary cell until a voice calls out to him. It belongs to Balsam Flower, Osenka, that speaks like a human. Through their conversation, the old man begins to reflect on the life he's led. It's that depressing old man stuff. Something like that. I'm not sure if I mean, I guess I could give it a shot, but nothing really pulling me into it that much. It doesn't like sound like an interesting premise for me. Okay, so we're going over. Okay, I was gonna say we're going over his entire life. I think that's actually just the main character on screen now, not the not his dad. For a second, I thought because we saw a kid that was like, we're going from his entire life. Yeah, no, this is where his wife left him. I don't know, maybe this could be pretty fun because we're actually getting. He's involved in the mob and stuff, and that's probably why he's in prison.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's a list. Yeah. Yep. I changed my mind. That looks like something that's worth watching. The Last Blossom. This one not so much. I do not like this character design, this like tiny chibi guy.
This is the only way they're allowed to show World War II.
Apparently. Anime adaptation of Kazuyoshi Takeda's Pelelu Rakuen no Guernica manga. The story follows the daily life of Japanese soldiers taking part in the Battle of Pelelu during World War II, high casualty months-long campaign. Yeah, I just don't really... The art style completely takes me out of it, especially for like the serious subject matter. It's not really something I'm going for too much.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so yeah, Let the Screaming Soul Retire. I believe we did watch a little bit of the first one, yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, we watched a little bit. I did not really enjoy it at all, so dropped it. I only gave it a 4, so which not as negative as some shows. Woo! Chibi War Crimes! Woo!
You could have lowered it more. It wasn't that good.
Well, I didn't think it was that bad. That's what I was thinking. It's like there's definitely worse shows than this. But yeah, it is the second half of. It says Cur 2, so it'd be the second half of the first season. So technically, still first season, but for all intents and purposes, this would be season 2. I would assume, unless it's not a full season. Yeah, we got more of that show coming up. Not really one I would recommend people go back for. Undead Unluck. That was another one I was not really impressed with. Undead Unluck, and this is a 1-hour special that adapts to the winter arc apparently. Yeah, some people did definitely enjoy it. I didn't think it was terrible. It's just not my show. So yeah, skipped Undead Unluck.
I'm not a fan at all.
Yeah. Hero without a class. Who even needs skills? In a world where one's class determines everything, Arel, the son of Sword Princess and an archmage, was expected to inherit greatness, but when he discovers he's classless, everything changes. Now he's determined to prove that hard work and dedication are enough to not just succeed, but to excel as an adventurer. This is on High Dive. They're better off using penguins and helmets, or using squirrels and teddy bears. Let's take a look.
Imagine Pingu, but everyone's dying.
I can imagine, yeah. Do you not know Pingu the Thing?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay. So you can't imagine it. This is like, we have like a voiceover like of him remembering people from his past while he's like remembering his training, I guess. The animation not very good. Yeah, I'm not feeling that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, the voice acting, the music, the the narration, the animation, I don't feel anything here. Even the concept is like not particularly interesting to me. It's like, oh, classes mean everything. I'm gonna prove that it doesn't. Do you actually want to watch this?
No, not at all.
Episode is already out, so I guess we could watch it today and then decide if we want to drop it or not.
Damn you!
Okay, let's see which of these are not sequels.
Last Boss?
Okay,
Of
there's a
Water
couple actually. There's actually a couple ONAs that are worth looking at. Not those two. Or Star Wars Visions. Red Touch and Star Wars Visions. I have not watched Star Wars Visions at all, actually. I didn't watch any of it.
Me neither.
I could try it, but I've heard poor things about it. So I'm not that interested. Let's work from the back up. Golden Kamui. Oh, there's a Golden Kamui spinoff? OVA that will adapt the Inazuma Goto to Mamaushi no Ogen and Shima Negan chapter. It says it's only going to be one episode, OVA. So I guess this is a pretty short arc, but it's probably going to be like 40 minutes? Like one 40-minute thing with a mini arc. I don't know about that at all, but
I mean, if they're putting out trailers for it, it's probably pretty long.
Have you watched have you watched Golden Kam? Oh, that's too loud. Yeah, have you watched Golden Kamuy?
None.
Only know about the lightsaber Ronin. Yeah. I've never really gotten into the show at all. I've never gone for it. So I don't know anything about Golden Kamuy. Cat's Eye 2025, a new adaptation of the manga of the same name by Tsukasa Hojo. Cat's Eye is a secretive trio of art thieves who are relentlessly pursued by Detective Toshi. Unbeknownst to him, the middle sister of these elusive thieves is none other than his girlfriend, Hitomi. It's definitely this is an older series. This is a much older series. It has an anime adaptation already? Yeah. If this doesn't look good, I could just check out the old one instead. Well, this is on Disney Plus. That's a little bit odd. You know, a spy shows can be fun. I'd be okay checking this out. This isn't really rated very highly for me though. So yeah, they run a little run a little cat cafe during the day, or they just call themselves Cat's Eye Coffee House. Okay. You know, going by having your villain's name be Cat's Eye and then running a shop, all three of you together, also called Cat's Eye, could be giving away the lead a little bit, but that's just me. Definitely, or like the art style is trying to emulate older style, but it's just using modern techniques, so it does not fit it. You need to actually use the coloring techniques of old styles, or else it's not going to look right. I would definitely prefer if they actually tried to do a full-on emulation of like these older styles, because I do like those older styles, and if you want to emulate them, you should probably try just doing that. You should try making it actually look like it rather than just using the character designs of it.
I agree.
Yeah. Guess watch a little bit, but I'd probably rather go back and check out the old one. A Gatherer's Adventure in Isekai. Here's another one for you peepers. They look manly. Yeah, so like I just don't think it's really that polished. I think it could be a lot better. Kamishiro Takaru was just an ordinary guy with an ordinary office job until he suddenly summoned to Marius, a world with swords and magic. Life as he knew it is over. But he's starting his new one with powerful abilities, enhanced strength, overwhelming magic, and a search skill that allows him to find valuable items. Armed with his new cheat skills, Takaru begins his isekai journey. Yeah, just kind of generic isekai stuff. Let's see what it's got. That does not look very good. He tames the little dragon guy. Elf girl. Lizard people. Oh, she's cute. I like that design. I like hair vents. I like the hair vents.
I agree.
It is not very well animated.
Not at all.
I'm not feeling that at all. It might not even be literally the worst show, but this feels like a half episode and a drop. We will watch the half episode and then make fun of it. This one could be fun. A wild last boss appeared. An MMO gamer awakens as a Blackwing, or an MMO gamer awakens as the Blackwinged tyrant, Lufus Mafal. Yeah, I guess that is just Mafal. Yeah, probably. Rising from her sealed fate, only to find this is very real. Her defeat 200 years ago unleashed monsters of death, and the legend is one of terror. Now trapped in the body of history's most feared conqueror, he must survive a world that wants her dead. What is he must survive the world wants her dead? Did a guy reincarnate as a woman, I guess?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uncover why he's here. I don't even know if this really counts. And it's kind of a villain. I mean, she's a villainess. It's not really the same setup as a villainous show, though.
I think it counts.
You could, but I for me, I wouldn't really call it that. That guy was a half angel. He only had one wing. Oh, that guy's black. Not really expecting big things from it, but it's worth watching. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
It does have an episode out already. Yeah, we'll check it out. And I think that is the end now. That is actually all we have
It
gone
is.
over all these shows. Yeah, and I'll do a little recap over here. The couple, or I'll pick out the shows I would say I would recommend watching. Spy Family, Spy Family, One Punch Man are the sequels I'm going to be watching. My Hero, honestly, if you like it, you like it still. It wasn't really for me. To Your Eternity, other people have definitely recommended. My friend's little sister has it in for me. I would probably put this on the lower end. This would be lower end of my recommendations. Campfire Cooking Another World with My Absurd Skill. That is one. I think it's all right. It's definitely a little bit more niche appeal. There's plenty of people who are just not gonna care for a laid back series. May I ask for one final thing? This is definitely gonna be my most anticipated show, even if it might not be the best show. Actually, I'm not really expecting a lot of shows to be good this season, so I'll take what I can get.
Mm-hmm.
This monster wants to eat me. A little bit of a like lesbian, lesbian vampire or lesbian mermaid show, kind of funny. That might be pretty good. Let's see, Sonda, Peeper's already not too interested in that, but I would say it's like worth checking out. It actually looks probably one of the better action shows this season. Chitose is the Ramune bottle. This is one I'm hoping is better than it may appear from the start. Maybe taking jabs at tropes rather than falling face first into them. I would hope from something good for this one. Might drop it in 2 episodes. Either way. Let's see what else. I had a couple others. Yeah, because we had the Little Miss Vampire. Little Miss Vampire Can't Suck Blood is a nice little comedy. Touring After the Apocalypse could be okay. It's a nice, another casual show. Yeah, it is pretty slim pickings. Honestly, yeah, Tojima Wants to Be Kamen Rider. That could be one of the better shows we watched this season. And we also have Shibake, the Ito murder mystery show. I'm just like burping stuff. I was drinking like Gatorade because I need to keep my throat at least somewhat lubricated. Yeah, not really a lot of stuff I'm anticipating this season. Not a lot of stuff I expect to be finishing. Maybe like 6 shows. Probably guess on. It's probably gonna be higher than that, but yeah, I'm really not seeing. I'm not seeing a lot of shows. I'm like, man, this looks great. This looks awesome. Something I'm excited for. Just a lot of shows that are like, this could be good. This could be something I enjoy. Maybe I'll like it. Definitely a lot more middling feelings overall for the season. What do you think?
Yeah, it's definitely weaker than last season. There were a lot of heavy hitters last season. And we're going to do a review in a couple weeks. You're going to see like just how, well, not even a couple weeks.
Next week. I'm gonna do it next week.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot to talk about, and I don't think we're going to have that much to talk about by the end of the season.
Yeah, we're probably just gonna be ready to go on to the next. We're ready to go next.
I'm already ready for winter, man. Winter's going to be good. I don't even know what's there.
You don't even know what's there. It's gonna be good. We're not gonna look at it yet. We're gonna wait until it's actually airing.
True.
Yeah, not super excited, but I'll check out the shows nonetheless, and I will report back on what shows are actually worth watching. Yeah, thanks for everybody stopping by today. Peepers has been here the whole time. Gemini's been here most of the time. Got Angry Canadian popping in. Got Pop. We got a guy I've never actually met before, Chrono Captcha. Every single anime you call mid today is going to be highly praised by Leon during release. You know what? That's entirely true. I believe that to be a fact. Let's see, was there anyone else? Michael, you were in the chat a little bit. I think that is basically everybody that's been here today, though. I don't think I missed anyone.
You have not.
Yeah, Peeper's on his other account, and that's about it. Yeah, thank you all for coming by today. That's going to be it for us this time. Hopefully I can get Daxonar for the season closers next time. Don't know what Leon's schedule is going to be, but maybe I'll rope him in. Oh, BMO? Okay. Yeah, that is going to be all for me today. I'm going to go eat dinner, and I hope you guys have a lovely evening.